This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
Say the what? See that? Looked like it started to re-loop. I'm all I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, I'm not even ready. Let's do some stuff here. Hold on, watch this. We got these. Bada doosh. Bada boom. I'm not even prepared. See, we gotta have some fun, right? Let's go like this. And what is this? Ha! We're doing it. That's called the behind the scenes and live and exclusive content, right? We need mood lighting, says Laid Off Pete. Unfortunately, it is bright and sunny today, so it's going to be bright in here. Maybe I need to get sheets. You know, I sleep on a bare mattress, so I probably need some sheets. And then I could just skip putting them on the bed, and I could just hang them up over the window and be all covered. What is going on, everyone? Man, I need to shave. I am itchy. It's a recovery week. For those of you who know, the Minnesota boy here spends a lot of time at the state fair, and that just ended last weekend. And recovery. I don't know if you have a good state fair by you. Minnesota hits it hard. We hit it right. We hit it good. And some of us, myself and some of my friends, we go quite a bit. A couple of my friends basically went every day. It's like 12 days. I went 7 days. So the first 4 I went Thursday, Friday, open to close, and then Saturday and Sunday I went a little about afternoon to close, which is like 10 or 11 at night. And then I worked all week, and then I went Saturday, Sunday, and Monday pretty much all day. And you eat a lot of food, you have a lot of drinks, you have a lot of fun. I did go live a couple times, so some of you might have seen that. If not and you're interested, you can go back in my lives and you can watch a little half-hour live of me running around at the fair a little. I'd had a couple little sips, you know. I was having a good time, though. What's everybody up to today? So yeah, I'm just getting back into the swing. To break it all down, I'm hitting a new gear with the channel. We are about to let's go. A lot of stuff in the summer that I do, help out with the league. My friends, I have my own league that still's got another couple of months. It goes till the end of October. But a lot of trips, vacation, fun adventures and stuff with friends. That's all kind of winding down. Labor Day is over. I hope everyone had a good, safe weekend. What did everybody do? Like I said, I was at State Fair. But this whole month, last month, I was out doing a lot of things. So I got kind of backed up or behind on, I didn't really get behind, but it's like I need to make more content. I just filmed my video for tomorrow. I don't have anything coming in the mail right now. I have some work to do, but like I said, I have a lot of ideas. So we're going to get to all of that pretty soon. We were talking about dyes a little bit in the chat right before we started. The question was about Jade versus G10 from Laid Off Pete. But yes, the Jade is a little more translucent, so you can kind of see the color all the way through it a little bit more, versus white is like a very opaque solid, so it doesn't kind of get that glow of the color. And it doesn't penetrate quite as much with all the white. But the white is more true to offset the dye color. So if your dye is red and you mix it with white, you're going to have your shades of red depending on how long you leave it in. If it's red and you mix it with jade, now you have that green kind of jade shade that's going to take that red and bring it more dull, more down to like this right here is your standard red. But see how it's kind of more maroon because that was jade, and then that jade mixing with the red rather than leaving it kind of a brighter standard kind of red. This was white G10, and here's your jade. And so now you can see the kind of the difference. It was the exact same dye, pretty much the same amount of time in there. And you can just tell that the jade is going to give you, it's going to offset your color. So it's not that it's bad, but if you wanted to go a nice bright red, you would be better off, or your really only success is going to work is if you have white to start with, if that makes a sense. Let's go back here for a little bit. Still here. We're still right here. What is everybody up to though tonight? I'm kind of winding down, like I said, still a little off base. But I'm trying to get her back in, get ramped up, get rolling. We're going to talk about some stuff I've got in the works coming up soon. But, what a summer it has been. What a summer it's been. The channel's been going great. It's been taking up a lot of my time, but by choice. I've enjoyed every moment I've spent with all of you, working on the channel, working on content, playing with knives, doing some custom stuff. New custom stuff in the future. It's gonna be great. All right, who's here? Marco, what's going on tonight? Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting. Grizzle Bear's got one of my most current custom jobs that I'm gonna be doing. I have a few projects for a few of you, and he is right up top of the notch there. We're gonna be getting to his really soon. Laid Off Pete says, sorry I'm late. Or no, you were right on time there, bud. I'm just going back through the chat real quick here. Clint Crosby, my man Clint. We did some cool stuff for him. How's that Yo Jumbo doing? Laid Off Pete picked up the cheaper Romet Wild species. Really wanted to see what it felt like, and he's tickled. It is nice. Yes, the says you were trying to get the titanium one as well. That knife is a cool knife, but the standard one, this bad boy right here, this is a great knife. It's got good action. That front flipper works really good. Thumbs out nice. Looks great. Feels great. Smells great. Smells great. It's a good knife. Romet's got some interesting things. They got some of the nice premium stuff. It's pretty cool. If you are interested, check them out. All right. Mr. Eddie. Mr. Eddie. Shh. Why are we whispering? I'll just do it anyway. Neil McKenzie's here. How's it going tonight, Neil? Good to see ya. Echo Elvis has entered the chat. What is up? Knives Are Life. Mad Yako. Getting a nice little crowd. Here's Paul for the win. Or is it FTW stand for something else, Paul? Tell me. Ooh, am I shaking everybody here? Earthquake. Anybody ever live in an area where there's earthquakes? I lived in California for several years and experienced a few. None of them were crazy. Lou is in the house. What's going on, loser? MPG. MPG is another one that I have. We have to figure out ASAP MPG. Well, not ASAP. I mean, if there's no rush, there's no rush. But you are ready to go with your pyrite MPG. So we just have to lock down what it is we want to do with it. If we want to do something crazy like this. Here, now here's where I'm going to have a test. Hold on a second. Bow. Oh my God, that's not going to work, is it? Did that help at all? Hold on. Trying to get a light right there. And now we're moving around. This was one of my most recent laser marks. With the paisley. What's everybody think about that? Pretty fun stuff. Turned out really well. Should I do the other side? Should I just leave it? But we could try something like that if you want MPG or whatever you want to try. My ear. We'll see how this goes. I'm turning my fan on. It is hot today. I don't feel like sweating all day. You guys let me know if that fan kicks in any extra sounds that suck. Paul says to the moon. 10 minutes left for Neil's lunch break. See if we can get it all the good stuff in before Neil has to go back. Oop, I just got bounced. Laid off Pete likes purple. Yeah, with purple you could go white or jade and you'll get a pretty decent purple. Dear Lord, KDK has gone full Grizzly Adams. I need to shave. Quick showers and stuff with the going to the state fair and things. Ooh, that's actually not bad right there. And haven't had a chance to shave. Charged up my my trimmer. We'll probably get that going by next week. It's starting to itch, and I get the itch and I don't like it, and then I'm out. What's going on, Brian Kerr, Malcolm Holtz? Welcome. How you guys doing tonight? Raybo 34. MPG, are you following me? Where were you guys right before this? Who was live? I was watching TC on Knives Fast a little bit ago on my way home. And Aries. Aries was doing some stuff live too. Neil's got to go back to work. See how quick that was? That is fire, Dan, says Paul. I'm assuming he's talking about that. It turned out good. It was kind of tough to kind of dial that in because of all the different, basically the laser's hitting a surface. And so when you have different shades and tints and marks, it I hate you. It messes it up. And just like my focus, there it goes, comes back. But yeah, laid off Pete, what is your end goal? Right, good point. So yeah, depending on what, if you're doing a dye, Pete and I are kind of talking about dyes, but you're like, this purple was definitely, it was kind of a white. So I got a really bright purple off of that one right there. Plus those scales really pop nice on the old X1. Kind of a Minnesota Vikings, Joker look. But yeah, it just kind of depends on what your final desire is for the knife, Pete, and you can kind of decide. But sometimes if it only comes in jade, you can't even get it in white. So jade is kind of what you're stuck with. Lou's moved on from dye jobs to laser paisley. So have I, Lou. But I've got a lot of stuff coming up. I've got a lot. I want to start getting into some acid washing. I want to get into some more flame ano, some other types of titanium ano. A lot of things. I'm excited. Laid off Pete. Yeah, I'm hyping you up to others. Love how much you participate. It's a grind, but you're doing it. I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're all doing it. I appreciate all of you. Do you anodize titanium? Yes, I do. Crap. Most of them have been for projects, but I've got something. Here's a couple. Shoot. A lot of the anodizing projects I've been doing lately have been for other people, so then I could bring up a picture or a video on my channel or whatever. Here's one I got right here. I haven't touched this yet though, so I want to kind of, just in case, I'm probably going to give this one away. So I don't want to touch it, but I'll open it up and I'll kind of show you how to hold the blade. This is an ano job that I did. So this was, wow, that looks terrible. Angles. My lighting, I need a light. Hold on a second, I want to try something. I'm going to make everybody dizzy. I need to up my lighting right next to my camera for lives. Like right here, I need this. You know what I'm saying? Some type of brighter. light. Now focus, you dummy. Of course, this isn't going to work. So, this I anodized MPG.
MPG became a member. MPG celebrates 3 months of membership.
Member for 3 months. MPG. I've been, she won a couple times though. How many times did you win? Did you win? I know you bought last month or whatever, but I think MPG, I've give away a membership, so I'm going to do that in a little bit here. And she won them a couple of times. Lucky her, huh? But so this was silver titanium, and I anodized the whole thing, the magenta. I'm sorry that the color is not turning out as good as I would like to show it off. But here we are. And I'm just making everybody dizzy. But so what I did is I anodized the entire thing in the magenta, and then I sanded the top and then anodized it again up to the gold. And the way that works, here, let me just set that right there. Let me grab this over here. Titanium anodizing is done, well, you can do it with flame and heat and electricity. I do it with electricity. And so if you look at this rainbow pattern right here, what happens is it's a spectrum. And so as you go up the spectrum, the color changes. I got another one right here, actually. This might be a little bit better. This has been touched and handled a lot. But so basically, you set a spectrum, like this is a spectrum number right here. So if you set it to that and then put this in there and then run the current through the liquid, it's going to go up to that spectrum and then stop. And then you take it out, and that's the color you got. So these are all the spectrums, or all the colors you can get up through that spectrum. So you set it to where you want, or if you set it all the way to the end, you just put it in there and it starts going and it fades through all those colors. Now this, what I did is I started to remove it. And so as it was at this spectrum, I pulled it to here, and then it was that, and then there, and there, and there, so that you can see all the colors that are achievable. But what happens is, because magenta is here and then that gold is there, I can bring it up to this magenta color, sand down sections, and then start anodizing it again. And then when you anodize it again, you start bringing it up. And as long as you don't get to the first initial color, it won't change. So the magenta stayed, and then everything brought up to that gold, and then I took it out, stopped, you get a two-tone. Pretty fun. Here's another one with a blue and a gold. These are fun little fifth pocket knives. They're little S35V. This one I did in just a blue, so I anodized this. You can see I've been, oh man, I'm bumping a lot today. Where I've been holding this and using it, carrying it around. But if you look at that lighter blue section in the creases, that's kind of what color this was. And after handling it for a while, it's basically kind of weathered down, or when you touch anodized titanium, it just kind of does that. But these are fun little knives. They're small, and it's got a nice little chunky blade. But I got a few of these I want to do for a giveaway. I keep forgetting about them from the last couple giveaways, but I'm going to do those soon. Should I send my Clydesdale before I flame ano? Who are you sending it to? Or what did I miss? I need to back up a little bit. Crazy Laser Work came out awesome, says Fook Doozle is here. What's up, Fook? My man, Fook. Walden Carey. The group is growing. Who have I missed? Jason Gibbons, what's going on? Good to see you. Censor. Censor, the king of the emoji. Laid off Pete. I'd be down for an anode tutorial. The Micro Stiletto Switchblade from Loser. He says the most coveted knife I have is this one right here. Look at this bad boy. Ta-ta. Ready? Bam. See that action? It's so fast you probably didn't see it. I'll do it again. Ready? Don't bump. And 1, 2, 3. How great is that? I got this one from Blade HQ. It's like 25 bucks. Little Italian made stiletto. Fatter than it is skinny. Just a cool little one. Raybo, KDK stickers, please. Okay. TKE is not here, but he did help get me get the flame in my butt to get going on the stickers. I'm getting them all mailed out. If I do not have your address already, contact me on Instagram or my email and get me your address and I will get those stickers out. I have about 40 envelopes that I have put addresses on already, so you might already be in that list. But I am sending stickers out to all the members. And if someone does beg, they do cost money. I'm not asking for, specifically. But yeah, send me some money and I'll send you some. But yeah, anyone who's member, I will send out a sticker. No problem at all. Like I said, send me that email and we'll get those out. Okay, what did I squirrel miss? I know I missed something. Oh, that's what it was. Mad Yako, what were you talking about with your Clydesdale? I also have Stacy's knife. We're going to be doing some ano work too pretty soon. That one's on deck. So I got laser marks for MPG, and then Stacy and Grizzle Bear. We've got some anodizing, and I have my premium pony stout that I got recently, and it is titanium with all titanium hardware, and I plan to do some stuff to it, but I will be nice, and I have some other people's stuff that they gave it to me a while ago, and so I need to make sure that I do that before I do my own. But I am excited to do this. I think I want to do like similar to like this. If I were to anodize this and then sand it, I could leave the ano in those like ridges and then redo it, and then the ridges would be one color. I could do the all the hardware in that same color, the backspacer in that color, and then do the top surface in another color. That's kind of where I'm at now, unless someone comes up with a better idea. But I'm really enjoying this premium pony stout from Devo. I'm excited about it. It feels good in the hand. I think it's going to be something that I'm going to carry on a regular basis. Ken Fixed, what's going on, Ken, my man? That's the cutest little knife I've ever seen. Whip it out again. This one. Oh, and then of course I fail. Why am I? Oh, I know why. Because I'm a lefty. Bow. It's something though. It's thick, chunk. Boom. Fun little one, little 2-finger grabber. But it is a chunky S35 VN blade and titanium. I got this on, Amazon. Not too expensive. I've got, like I said, I've got 3 of them. Where's that other one? This one, and this one. So I'm going to probably give a couple of those away. Like I said, I keep forgetting when I do my giveaways that I had those done a while back. And we're going to get back to it. I like these tiny little knives, though. They've been growing on me. What was the one? This guy, the Concept Rio. If you saw, I just did a little lanyard video. Been inspired by Edyards. Boom. The Rio. Tell me this little chunk isn't red. Front flipper only. It took me a while to figure this out, but I found that if I put it here and I kind of click my thumb into this little first spot, you can just kind of get that little slap out. It's fun. I'm going to lightning ano the Clydesdale, but I'm sanding it first, says Mad Yako. That's probably a good idea. The surface that you start with is very important. If you go to, when I did Clint's, actually several of them, what was the other one I did? Meredith's. I have access to sandblasters, so I sandblasted them beforehand. But having not done that, it shows up. Every little flaw, little thing. I feel like am I sinking? Or did I bump that earlier and I didn't notice? I probably bumped it earlier and didn't notice. Terry's Knives and Man Stuff is live. Anybody know who that is? Alright, I was going to, let's go like this. Here's a fun one we can watch real quick. So this is actually one of those knives. When we anodized it, you can watch it drop from the bronze. Here's your blues fading through the gold. So this video is in real time. And into the magenta. Was this the magenta one, or it might be the blue one, or the gold, or the green? What color am I? All right. But yeah, doing it live, it's really fun. It's a cool process. Yeah, here's down there is the video when I did. If you want to watch all of these, kind of talking about them. They've been done for a while. What was that, 5 months ago? Holy cow. I need to give some of these away. Where are my... I'm trying to find that video on the Yo Jumbo, or the... let's just go Spider Co. Not like we're gonna sit here and watch my videos. But yeah, there you can see the Yo Jumbo. I did that pull out. Anodizing technique. I tell ya. But yeah, here I want to zip to this really quick. Is it not in this video? Here we go. Yeah, like right at the beginning. This is what we were talking about, is right when I got them, see they got that surface, and you can see the pocket clip mark right there and some scratches and stuff in them. And if you do the ano with that, those will stick out, and you'll notice them when you do that anodizing. So here's after I sandblasted them. There is a little spot right there. I don't know if you can see my mouse. That I went and sandblasted again and removed it. But if you sand them down really good, get them nice and clean. Actually, if you look on this one, you can see I did this sanding by hand. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus on that or not. Maybe not. But you can see the horizontal lines this direction. I just sanded one way. And because of that, it kind of leaves it like a belt satin kind of a finish. I'd like them to come out with a Rio Grande. That sounds great, Lou. I am into it. Okay, so if we go back to this quick. So here we are. It's going through its fade. Or do I have it? No, I don't have it paused. And there, here we're hitting our purple. And that's with the initial color. I want to start the removal. And you can see as you pull it out, it just keeps kind of changing. Boom. And there you go. Simple as that. Here's the other side, doing basically the same thing. We might as well, since we're here. I'll read through the chat while that's going. Why not do both pieces at once so the timing is accurate and the color matches more closely? Because you'd have to pull them out. Actually, you can't do that because you're running the current. So the way this works is, if you look, there's a plate going into the side, and that's the negative, and then the tweezers have the positive. So you're making a current loop through the liquid. And so if you had two in there, they would be touching each other, in that spot where they're touching. You wouldn't be, I don't think you'd be able to do it. And with this technique, you're obviously doing something weird. You might have to redo it. That's the other thing, is you can always sandblast the piece down and do it again. So, and then the other thing is they don't have to match completely perfect, because you can never actually physically see both sides at the same time. Here, I'll show you this one right here. Keep watching that part, and you can no longer see it before you ever saw this side. So as long as they're really close, you would never really be able to distinguish or tell, I would say. Mad Yako, I have sandpaper, no sandblaster, just all the grit, so wet and dry sandpaper. That'll work fine. I just used, literally on this piece here, I used like, I don't know, it was like 400 grit or something like that. I just grabbed one piece, I laid it flat on a surface, and then I took the scale and put the scale on there and then just sanded it like that. So then I was able to make sure it was flat. Because if you do it like this, you're not going across the whole surface evenly all the time. But if you put the part down on a flat surface and slide it across that flat surface, you'll keep a nice even. And then if you were to do circles or something, you're going to leave scratches that are circles. So you basically want to always go in that same direction, and you get a kind of a nice satin look. And if you just keep going up the grit, you could probably fix it, make it fairly smooth. But I do like that kind of grit, those grit lines in there. I think they look neat. Okay, hold on a second here. I know I'm missing some chat here. Not sending me any money till I make the Tongue Bandit sticker and hopefully a t-shirt. T-shirts are another one. I am doing it. We're doing it. I'm not going to spend much more time. All right, what was it? I want to anodize my satin tri-stash when I get it. What do you charge? Echo, charging wise, I'm still kind of doing it more for the practice and the contents. Message me, we'll talk about it. But not much, not much. I'm pretty cheap if you want to take advantage of it now. It'll probably get more expensive in the future. No, the orange stiletto. Oh, that's what we're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm just reading stuff. Help with gadgets, what's going on? How are you doing tonight? Okay, now I'm almost caught up. My bad. Or am I bad? I'm trying to go back. Maybe I should just ignore them and just move on. Dwayne Letterman, ladies and gentlemen. Dwayne Letterman. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah. Where are we? Yeah, so anodizing, I have several projects, like I said, coming up soon. One of them is going to be my Pony Stout. Another one is going to be Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting's Veritas right here. We're going to do something cool with that, anodize all the hardware and the back spacer. We haven't really nailed it down, so Grizzle Bear, we do need to talk soon. And then get going on this. We just basically have to finalize our decisions. But this, other than that little fail right there, really liking it. This one you can swap the clip to the other side. You take out this little pin that sits right in that cool pattern and then swap it. And so it is lefty compatible, although this does go down further. I've been also looking at the Kaiser Milita, very similar, except for it's more of a bolster lock, but you cannot swap the clip on that one. Definitely cool. But Grizzle Bear is going to get a hold of me soon. We're going to get that one started, taken care of. Watch for that video soon. We have Stacy's bolstered blades. Her sweet Clydesdale right here. We're going to do something to it as well that we need to make some decisions on. If we want to do kind of a fade similar to that one we just saw, I think is what we're looking at, but we haven't really locked it down yet. But that's going to be happening really soon. Really cool knife. And then, of course, we do have MPG's Pyrite. It is not titanium, so we cannot anodize it, but we are going to do a laser mark for it. I could show you. I don't have that one because Delaney's, basically all of Delaney's knives are no longer here, you know. So this is a simple laser mark that I did with just a little pattern. So I've done some that are kind of just fun like this, and all the way up to this one that I did recently, which is the CJRB agave. And I found a print picture of an agave plant and then translated that into the laser mark and then made a white mark. So the silver parts are actually the scale color, and then the white in between all the lines is the laser mark. I think it turned out really, really good. What do we think? What do we think? I still think you should put Stacy's knife in the giveaway for cheap thrills. Dude, that night, well, that was my giveaway night. I was all over the place that night. I had no idea. It was funny. And because I had already filmed the video and yeah, whatever. And then it turned into a joke, and I'm like, all right, next up to give away is Stacy's knife. But I did win her giveaway. I won this sweet titanium CRKT pen. I like it. I've been using it a little bit. I'm considering anodizing it, although it would be kind of a pain. But I'm interested in it, and because it is titanium, I may do that. We will see. Stacy's, I believe is that the Sebald? It's the Clydesdale, but is that the brand? It's not the. Who knows? Someone comments. They know better than I do. It's a Clydesdale, or is it something Clydesdale? Let's play with knives. KDK, what's up? Sebald. New breed. New breed Clydesdale. Is that what it is? Stacy's knife has got it going on. That's fun. That is fun. New breed. New breed Clydesdale. How much do those go for? Are they like 100, 200 bucks? It's a cool looking knife. I like the grind on it. Feels great. But let me tell you, dude. I've been carrying this Pony Stout today. I carried it once last week as well. Oh my God. I like big knives, and I cannot lie. But this one is not a larger knife. If I just, you look at that handle, it's a little bit smaller, but that choke up spot, oh, my thumb sits in here really nice. Index finger sits in there really nice. That tip is in a great spot for control. And I need to get a piece of paper right now because this thing is crazy. Oh no. Oh no. Here's something. All right. You see that? I'm trying to cut these tiny little shaves because you can. Look at that. See that? You can just get in there. Now the side of my table is all dirty. But yeah, this thing is just butter. You can just barely get into it, and it just grabs. Super happy with it. Hollow grind. Feels great. Looks great. Who's got one of these? There's the Pony. Oh, like I said, this is fast moving into probably one of my favorite knives. Like I said, I am definitely more of a larger knife guy, or I was, but man, the sharp edge, that hollow grind right there, a nice sturdy tip. Who doesn't like a nice sturdy tip? That index spot right there, look at that. Just draw cut all day long. Choke up spot, thumb sits in there, great. I love it. This is my first Devo. I'm pretty happy with it. Who was it? Mr. Eddie was giving me some crap. He was saying, nah, the Devos, look at these or whatever. But man, I don't know. This one's great. I do like the way they got the new Devo that is just coming out. What's that one called again? That's what she said. Do they make a bigger version of the Pony Stout? Or is it just called the Stout, maybe? I don't know. They don't have a lot of stuff available. Their newest knife, I think they said, was the biggest one that they've released. It's coming out soon. I do like the way the Lush looks as well. The Lush has really kind of a cool look that I may wear. just go right here. Bang. I don't want that. Here's the Lush. I've had this sitting there just looking at it for a while. The thing that's getting me on it, I would say, is the scales. I'm not a big on fat carbon or camel carbon, stuff like that. Yeah, there he is, Mr. Eddie. I don't like Devo. Why not? I'm curious. I'm interested. But it's kind of a thing, too. Everybody's got their taste. I could say I don't really like Spyderco, and I could get a whole bunch of people be like, what? And I'm not saying I don't like Spyderco, but there isn't really anything that's drawing me to spend $200 or $300 on the knife that I may or may not get from Spyderco if I do. Does that make sense? There's reasons. I look at this. Everybody's got a style. I look at this knife here, this Lush, and I like that style. Stop telling me about alerts. They look and feel cheap. But Mr. Eddie, didn't you just customize TKE's Pony Stout? You think this doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels solid. It feels dense. It's got a strong detent. Boom, it pulls it in tight. The flick out is hard, but I like that. It's got a stiff, the thumb out isn't very easy, it's like, it requires a little bit of work. It feels like a sturdy knife to me. I'm not saying they all do, but that one, as my first one, I really like it. I really like it. And the one that Mr. Eddie customized, if you haven't seen that yet, go check out Mr. Eddie. He does some customization, sells some cool stuff. He will customize your knife. Give him some money. Glad you left within 12 hours. Within 12 hours. I hate how they're never available to purchase. Well, that's the thing but why are they never available to purchase? They only make so many and then they sell out right away. It seems that a lot of the good knives that a lot of people are interested in aren't as available because they sell out quick. Echo says he doesn't care for Spyderco, doesn't own any. Welcome to the club. And I'm not saying I don't. I would like to get a lefty compression lock, but again, I'd be spending a couple $100 on it, and the look of it doesn't. I have a few friends I've handled, paramilitary, PM3 or whatever. Or 2. It was fine. But it didn't, It's a matter of taste. Exactly, Sebald. The Gilbert Bystander. Buck Woodsman is the superior buck. What's the Woodsman look like? I mean, if you want to know my opinion, the superior buck is this badass 119 right here. Tell me that isn't ridiculous. I love this. This thing is fantastic. And I got my sweet 1970s Buck 110 2-dot mint condition. Look at how sweet this thing is. Bam. Look at that blade. This blade is pushing 50 years. Look at how clean that is. You will not find a nicer Buck 110 2-dot blade than that right there. This guy who owned it never even sharpened this thing. It looks great. And this is my most recent buck. If you folks have seen, I've been doing my all in a day series where I've been going on Amazon and typing pocket knife and then can be delivered today. And so I order it, or I find it, I order it, I have it shipped, I unbox it and film it all in one day. This is the buck. What is this? The 3 says right there. 379. It's tiny. It's got a cool burlwood handle, but it's just a simple little slip joint. But again, when I'm doing that all in a day, it's kind of it's the gimmick to it. I was like, oh, you're sitting at home. You really desperately need to cut something, but you don't have a car. What do you do? Another one from the all in a day was this Civivi, what is this called? Mini Praxis. So this one was like 30 bucks. And as far as it goes, the all in a day, this is a solid knife. That buck is cool. It's kind of neat for the collection, but it's not something I'm going to really ever carry around much or use. But something like this Mini Praxis Civivi, nice choke up, feels good in the hand, really solid. I can't remember what the steel is on this. It might be Nitro V. Might be D2. I think it's Nitro V. But nice G10 handle, feels good in the hand. All in a day. I ordered this, got it within a couple of hours. This is a great little knife. Can't beat it. I mean, you can, but you can't. But you can, but you can't. Another all in a day I got was the classic Opinel number 8. This is another one that I'm not much of a user for. It does have the twist lock on there, but I didn't have one in the collection. There are some lovers of this. D2 for the Mini Praxis, says Lou Zer. I appreciate that. Thank you. But the Opinel is something that many people actually really like. Not for me. But having one in the collection, I'm going to sharpen it up, do some tests with it. Mine is pretty dull. I did that paper test like we did before, and it does not even get into this paper at all. I could sharpen it up, and it'd probably hold an edge for a while, but it was just, there it is, right out of the box. The Opinel, boom. But it was part of that all in a day series. Kind of a fun little thing. I did get Kershaw. I don't have that Kershaw. I took it apart to do a laser mark on it. But it's a fun little series, and I've been enjoying it. This Kershaw Ember, this was one that was recommended to me from... yeah, Aaron, a lot of people do like the Opinel. A lot of people don't like it. But this little Kershaw Ember, I believe it was Stacy recommended this as just a cute one from the other Kershaw that I picked up. It is assisted. I'm not big on an assisted opening, but it had a nice... I apologize, everybody. Today, I am bumping. But it had that nice stainless handle that I could use for the laser mark. If I could just get that to focus. And I'm pretty happy with that. It's expanded me to be a little more open to trying some crazy stuff with the laser. But it's hard to dial in and to kind of make that setting and get it to work because there's so many different things. Some parts will look black or burnt and others will look really light or not show up. So it's like trying to find that middle of the ground. Phone quake, says Fook. Except for Fook. Here's my phone right here. I've gone phoneless. I've got my webcams I've been using for the last couple of months. They work pretty good. Wow, it says turned out great. I appreciate it. I like Mora, but not Opinel. I have some Moras as well. They're not close by, but I got a Cans ball and a couple of just the Mora knife. I can't remember what it's called. Just they're basic. They're great for little camp knives and just doing some little stuff when you're out and you want a fixed blade that you can beat on without being too worried about price or beating it up. Apologies, says Fook. Or no, that was Camquake. No apologies necessary, bud. But I'm going to give some more quakes, it looks like, today. I don't know. Paul says, what type of laser are you using? I use several lasers. They are not mine. I work for a metal finishing company, and so I have access to many different lasers. Some of them... Hold on a second. Let me fix this. There. They're all quite expensive. Most of the lasers that I use are $50,000 to $100,000 machines. They're stand-up, walk up to the machine, huge compartments. We have a couple that are made by Trumpf. We have a couple that are, we have a Beamer. We have a FOBA that has a camera system on it. And then a Keyence that also has a camera system on it that you can use to line things up and import specific types of files and stuff. We got a new one where you can import almost anything. So you could just take that photo or that print and just bring it right in and start editing it and get going. Versus the other ones that we have, I had to get the Paisley print or this agave prints, and I had to edit it on like Photoshop or Illustrator to get it in, to create it into a vector type file in order for the laser in order to read it into an ability of a markable entity. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this new one, we're having a table made for it, so that it'll be up off the actual surface. It's just an additional table that we're putting on top of the table so we can mount more stuff to it and have more abilities. So we're going to be waiting for that before we get into it. But once we get to that, that's going to open up some more windows for some fun potential, doing some imagery type things, which I think will be really cool. We can get some more grayscale type stuff. I have access to mini lasers would be a good thing to put in your online dating profile. I just want sharks with frickin' lasers on their heads. Paul used to work for a company with lasers too. Never got to do any personal projects, unfortunately. Well, I'm like the main laser guy there. I do a lot of all the expensive stuff. I do. So all the really hard, difficult eyeball type stuff that you can't make fixtures for is the stuff that they have entrusted me with. And so since I'm there, full time, and I'm always using the lasers, and I'm familiar with them, I basically have access to them. And so when I get off of work, I don't do it while I'm working, but when I get off of work or before work or whatever, I can go in and mess around, do some editing, mark a couple things. So it's pretty cool that I have that access. Plus, I can do the titanium anodizing at work. I have sandblasters that I can go in and blast some stuff. I have access to a few machines that I could use. I kind of want to do a couple like flipper tab removals or drilling out some flicking holes on some knives, some custom things like that. So I'm looking forward to a lot of different custom stuff coming up soon. Paul says, I wasn't that guy. Yeah, it's a small department. The main guy that I work with, he's been running the department. I don't know, I'd call him like the manager of the department. He's got a lot of really good knowledge, so he helps me out a lot as far as coming up with settings and how to get things work. He's trained me and taught me everything I know. And so he's doing a lot of stuff with fixtures and kind of managing some other departments and things as well. And so then I get put on here's some of these really hard cobalt chromium elbows that we got to do that are $200 a piece, and I get to be the one to do it. Yay. But we do a lot of medical equipment, a lot of medical supplies, a lot of things that go into bodies. Not like that. But, yeah, like implants and, plates that would go like into your tibia, things like that. What is the purple handled knife? This one? I'm guessing. That's kind of purple. This one, if this is the one you're talking about, this is the Civivi X1, fairly new knife. When I got this one, it was white, but the liners were that green. It does look kind of yellow in this lighting, but they are more of a lime kind of neon green. I need to go in and adjust my color settings now that I'm noticing that. I'm looking here and I look up and through here. It's definitely more of a lime green. But yeah, the Civivi X1 came out recently. That fuller flicks out really nice. Thumbs out okay. I'm just not very good with thumbing out fullers. But there's a nice flipper tab there, and if you can flick it out, why wouldn't you? Fun little knife. Started my, partnership with Civivi. This was the first knife that they paid for. So brought to you by Civivi. But I do like it. It is nice. No issues with it. Feels good in the hand. I would like the finger choil maybe to be a little bit larger. It's a little tight, and I feel like I'm going to nick myself on that right there, right on your finger holding up in there. Just a little small. But other than that, it does feel good in the hand. The jimps are a little big. Maybe have a couple more of them. Those would be my main gripes with it. It's pretty nice. But yeah, if the companies, not many knives are being sent to me right now. But a few companies have. I've gotten a couple discounts on some as well. But I'll always give you my honest opinion about it, whether if I like it or I don't. I mean, just because they send it to me doesn't mean I'm going to be like, ooh, buy it, buy it, buy it. Unless I like it, and then I would recommend it. X1 is cool, for sure. I get a lot of stuff from Kaiser. This Kaiser Assassin was the most recent one they sent me. This thing is great. Action is awesome. The Kaiser clutch lock is just fantastic. Everybody loves a free X1, that's for sure. But yeah, how about a free Assassin? Dude, Kaiser hooked it up. But I was talking to him about it with my contact, and I was like, dude, that new Assassin's coming out with the Ultim. That is sweet. I want to make sure I get one if they're going to be sold out or whatever. And he was like, yep, we'll just send you one. Thank you, Kaiser. This knife is great. I really like Kaiser's clutch lock. It is fantastic. It works really good. You can adjust it too. You can see the spring in there. There's another hole, or a couple holes, so you can go in there and change that tension if you want that clutch to be a little bit tighter or a little bit looser. Pretty much how they come out of the box is good for me. Oops. Caught my index finger on the thumb stud there. But yeah, the Assassin is cool. Nice feeling knife. I like it quite a bit. And Ultim. I like Ultim. I like Frag. That's good stuff. It is pretty much essentially a drop bear. Kaiser drop bear. It's that same clutch lock, same kind of action, same studs. Great feel. Maybe the drop bear might have a little bit bigger handle on it. This one's got the micarta. This was the first knife that was sent to me at the channel by Kaiser. Really cool. They sent a couple others that I've given away. I got to keep a couple of them for myself though, right? I want to get me a Kaiser Muskrat in 154 CM. I like 154 a little bit better than the Nitro V for sure. Gilbert Bystander CVV has such a cool lineup. Never had a bad one either. CRKT though, I have had some minor issues. Yeah, CRKT, I haven't had as many of those. A couple of them, I used to get some of those more in the past. More up to date, Kaiser, Civivi, CJRB. These are your friends. Then you got your budget, like your Sencut. Sencut makes some really cool knives. This Natchez is one of my more recent customs. I did the dye on this, so it was kind of a brownish color. I added the blue and then did the sanding and kind of weathered it down to kind of make it look old. Kind of beat up, weathered in. I dig it. Really nice knife, simple knife. Flips out easy. Neil. What's going on, Neil Johnson? Jealous that you have access to the equipment you mentioned. Can't wait to see more technical projects like on that Kershaw. I will definitely be getting into it more. And some of the stuff, I don't know if you saw, we can find that. Let's see here. I'm going to have to go back. But I'll show you what I did to MPGs. Meredith, you still here? Meredith? Meredith? What? Why wouldn't that be... Did I not put that in... Man, searches are pissing me off. It's like showing me all the old stuff Where are my more current anodizing projects? Didn't I write anodizing on them? I must not have. I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. My God. Alright, it can't be much further. There we go. Definitely want to start getting more into this. So what we did here... Oh, I gotta actually go to fast forward on the video, not on my on my OBS studio. Alright, so here I'm showing those scratches again and how they were when I got them, and you can kind of see that kind of dull, kind of chipped up kind of surface. And of course, prepare to fast forward. Preparing to fast forward. Fast forward. Fast forwarding. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so here you go. Now you can see the surface after I sandblasted them. Got them real nice and clean, smooth, and even, so that you don't have that issue of that potential mark showing up. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We got another little anodize happening right here. Echo has 2 Wataugas. I used to have 3 Wataugas. I am down to 2. I gave one of them away, but I do love that Watauga. It's a good one. So I did the first anodize in the blue, right? So we got them both anodized blue, and then I went in and I drew this. So it's kind of a pain. It's not an easy process to draw something up. So I drew it, and then I made a rectangle, and then you cut out around the rectangle and then hatch. And so I ended up with this final design. Now I'm doing some laser mark tests on the inside of this scale. Every single mark that, or every single piece of metal and everything that you have that you do is different. So you need to do tests in order to figure out what laser settings you need in order to do it. So like if I'm doing the same knife over and over, I would have a dialed in setting, it'll be easy. But it's like I get one-offs from people, and then like I have to do tests of each one just to make sure you figure out how you want it. So here we got the laser, and instead of doing a laser mark, I made a setting which is a removal. And so it's still basically doing the same thing, but you've got that laser dialed in. So instead of leaving like a mark, like I have one that left a white mark or a black mark or kind of a brown mark, this one, I've got it set up so that it's not leaving no mark. It's basically removing the anodizing right back to the metal that was there before the actual anodize. So when I made the drawing, sometimes it hatches weird, and so it ended up being, I did the drawing, I did half of it, and I mirrored it, and so that both sides were the same. And so then when it went in, it hatched it out a little different. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to do this so you can kind of see, like it does all those at the same time in a group. And then I started doing some of them not in a group, just so you could kind of just watch the laser do its work, just because it's fun. So you can see this one as it's coming up. Now watch these here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I think I removed the sound. Yeah. And then you can get each one just... Tell me that's not fun to watch. So that's your real time. So then what we've got is we have bare titanium in many spots, and then the blue in the other spots. So we got that all done. Dude gets to play with fancy toys, all right. Yeah, I do. Big Bald, what's going on, bud? But I also do it as a job, and so it becomes, it's cool. You get to do what I love. It's one of my first. Now look at this. Boom. I can hit pause. That's what it would look like if it was purple. Come on, back it up just a little bit. I actually kind of like this right here. Boom. Blue and gold. And so because now we are lower than the spectrum of the first section, and we never get up to that spectrum, that first section won't change. And now we've got the two-tone. First spectrum, second spectrum. Blah, 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 blah. So now we've got these two sweet matching scales. I didn't get to actually put this one back together because Meredith just sent me the scales. And if you go to her channel, you can actually watch after she's got it put back together. But tell me that doesn't look sweet. So I really want to get into more stuff like this, where I could do an ano, then a laser removal, then another ano, and then I could even like throw a laser mark on there. So you could do something like this and then add like a black pattern over the top of that. Or maybe, white would be difficult. The white that I've been getting on stuff has been mostly on aluminum, like on this one here. Man, doesn't those turn out great? But like, yeah, so this has an aluminum handle, and I was able to get that really nice crisp white out of it. Where is that blade? Here we go. This was a Sativian blade that I did some tests on. And here's like a grid, so you can go in and just punch out a grid. So you can say, all right, let's do an anneal, and then go, and it does all of these really quick. And then you look at them and you're like, ooh, I like B8 or whatever. And then you use that setting, and then you can refine that more and kind of dial in what you want for the particular material you're doing. You should start adding your name on the inside of the scales when you do them. I thought about doing that, little maker's mark or whatever. I did actually. What did I put that on? I put that on this one. Yeah. Of course. It's right there. Try to zoom in and stay in focus. Oh, I lost the focus. But if you turn it just right, those eyes, it looks like a little bee. And the eyes kind of look like they have like an oily kind of a color to them. And then if you hold it this way, it actually is a KDK. But that's kind of a little maker's mark I started doing just for fun. I put it on another one. Where did I put that on? I don't remember right now. It's not in front of me anyway. I mean, I got 200 knives laying around here. Who knows where some of my stuff is. All right, 7 o'clock. What's going on? These are so good on my Para 3. MPG, yeah, there she is. She was showing it off in her lives lately. Yeah, it's a really cool knife. And MPG goes live on Sunday nights if you have a chance. Go check her out. I don't get to make them in there too often. Usually Sunday night I'm doing some stuff. Timing. I try to get TKEs on Saturday morning, but that one's tough too. But you know how life is. You've got your things that you do and your time frames that you do them. I want to try to get on though. Try to see MPG next Sunday. This weekend is definitely more chill. For sure. But MPG, we got to come up with something. If you want to try, we can come up with a cool pattern. Or if you can find like something, you know, like someone else was looking at maybe on another one doing like a snowflake pattern or like some type of cool something. Look around, see what we can find, what we can come up with. Like I said, no rush, but I'm pretty much ready to get going on it. I don't want to jump past yours and go into the other ones. But as far as the anodizing goes, it's a different thing with the laser mark. So I could probably do one of the anodizing ones next week and it won't really interfere with the laser mark. But we do want to figure out what we want to put on MPGs and get going. Someone want a link? I don't have any of my links up right now. Let me try to find them. Desktop. Wow. Links. Do I have one? I do. Meredith. Copy. Meredith, you should feel privileged. I didn't have to go anywhere far to get that link. I just linked MPG's channel in the description. If you want to go check that out, that should work. Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting is back. What's going on, bud? We did look at your knife for a couple minutes. We're talking about some projects that are coming up soon. But Grizzle Bear, we can go ahead and get yours out again here in a second. Since I am here, copy. Definitely go check out MPG's channel. And while you're at it, there's Mr. Eddie's Instagram. Go check out Mr. Eddie on Instagram. How come I don't have Mr. Eddie's channel link on here? I thought I did. I'll have to go find that one and add that to my list here. Mr. Eddie, you're in here. You can link your channel if you've got a quick link to it. Lou could do it, but he won't. Oh, I tell you what. Wheezy, what's going on? Wheeze, the Wheeze is in the hose. And Malcolm Holt is back. Malcolm Holt. Any relation to Paul Holt? Here's Grizzle Bears again. We'll get this thing out, the Veratus. This knife is great. So Grizzle Bear, we need to make some decisions. I'm pretty much ready to go on this. Help with gadgets. Who is this Mr. Eddie dude? Mr. Eddie's pretty choice. We can go ahead and show off a Mr. Eddie. Come on, focus. Why? Yeah, my lighting is kind of, I'm noticing I need to go in and adjust my lighting. This is a little bit lighter red. Yeah, it is kind of dark red though. But yeah, tell me all these little bumps. I love what he did with this blade and this thick handle. Mr. Eddie exclusive right here. I have this out on the table all the time. Pick it up regularly. I love it. It's super cool. He does some really fun stuff. He's also been doing some customization, so you might be able to send him one of your knives and have him customize it too. Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting. Anything blue or blurple. Now we have all the hardware. We were talking about just doing the hardware in that. Do we want to do the scales? Do we want to just do the hardware, put it together, look at it, and then decide if the scales? Or do we want to... I don't know. I think it would be pretty sweet just as is, and then that blue blurple we could do on whatever the hardware is that is part of it. I think it's pretty much the pivot and the screws and the pocket clip and the back spacer would be very fun. I'm just kidding. I already have a Mr. Eddie knife. You know it. Sub to this guy if you're into weird, awkward experiences and knives. You forgot to add and feet, Lou. And feet. Grizzle Bear, do you think the scales would look good? Well, they could. Two things. One, I wouldn't sandblast these because it might change the surface a little bit, smooth that out. But I don't think you'd really need to. Notice when I see right there above my finger, there's a little line. That's about the only line I really even notice on there that might, but it's going to stick out pretty much the same that it would when you anodize it. So like you hold it this way, you won't see it at all. But you might just catch it. Just see, there it is right there. Just that tiny little line. But it wouldn't really make that much difference. And then my personal thing, I have a bunch of titanium and none of it's really anodized. I like the way titanium looks as is. I like it. It looks great. Grizzle Bear, he says he wants to let me decide on the scales. Yeah. We'll talk about it. I won't do anything without consulting with you first. Man, the action on this knife is great, though. That front flipper, boom, easy peasy. But we'll figure out all these. If this is all titanium and stuff, we'll definitely do something with that. I think that would look sharp. Just anodize all those up, matching a nice color. Would really pop this thing off and give it a nice unique look. We'll probably do that first and then look at it and then we can make some decisions. But yeah, Grizzle Bear, I've been talking with the anodizing. room when I can get in there and do some work. It will be a pretty quick, short little job, but looks like next week we'll probably be ready to go. So blue to blue purple is what he's saying. Anything blue or blurple. Man, this knife is great. Who has a Veratus? Who has a Veratus and a Milita? And if so, tell me your pros and cons of each one and why you like it more than the other one. Go. Waiting. Okay, so just the hardware, backspacer, pivot, and clip. Right. Yeah, we'll start with that, Grizzle Bear, because I think that would be the smart move, is look at it and be like, wow, this looks absolutely choice, and we call it a day. The Veratus is such a good knife. It is nice. Mr. Eddie says Veratus is better. Milita is meh. Mr. Eddie says meh on some knives that people really like. A lot of people really dig the Milita. And I think I'm going to get one, but I've been talking with my Kaiser guy, and they said that they were working on the lefty version, so I'm kind of hanging out, maybe considering, if they're going to do a lefty Kenman version. Scratch the Kenman part. But yeah. Itchy knows who's thinking about me. I've had the Veratus and I have the Milita. Take what you will from that, says Help with Gadgets. Did you say which one you like better? Did I see it and I missed it? Right, so you have both. And Ghostkeeper likes the Milita better because of the action, but both are absolute bangers. Good to know. All right, I'm gonna buy some memberships right now while all the cool people are here. What do you guys say? He still has the Milita. I've had the Veratus and I have the Milita. Mr. Eddie, I still have the Veratus. Action, man, if the Milita's action is better than the Veratus action is dope, dude. It is fantastic. I really like it. I want both. You know me. I want both. That's kind of the way to go. For sure. All right. Let's get some memberships going here. I usually buy them at the end of the stream. I'm feeling froggy. Let's do it now. Mad Yakko's doesn't have either, but he's got dueling kobolds. It's been a little while. Oh, don't even get me started. Dueling kobolds. Oh yeah, baby. I did the die on this one. Love the kobolds. And why wouldn't you have dueling Towser Ks? There's one reason why you wouldn't have dueling Towser Ks, and that would be because you have a trio of the Towser. I love the Towser. This is probably one of my favorite knives. I was saying that the Towser Mini K with the Frag Titanium was my favorite. I still might be. This knife feels great. But to be honest, the Pony Stout, man. This one's moving. Oh, geez. What's wrong with my finger? This one's moving up in my book. This one's a little bit more on that size that I've grown to love and know. But the smaller ones, I mean, you can see it's definitely dwarfs it out a little bit. But Something about the Towser K with the liner lock. Look at this action. Just wow. That's how you scratch knives. I love the action on the Towser. All right, let's look. Did we scratch anything? Maybe this. Looks good. We made it. We made it. The frag scales do look amazing. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like frag? And then frag titanium? Oh, this just feels so correct. Huh? And then I went to go to liner. Oh, man. Idiot. You're an idiot, Dan. Maybe that's half the reason everyone watches. Best 2 action for Kaiser are the Towser and Milita. Love the Cobalt 2 also. Ghostkeeper, I am a Kaiser fan. Kaiser's given me the most love, but I think one of the reasons they've given me more love is because they realized how much I buy. I have more Kaisers than any other company. And I bought pretty much all of them. They've sent me the last couple, but I had 25 or 26 of them before they ever sent me anything. So they kind of saw, they're like, yeah, the action on your Kubies suck. Lou, Kubies? I like my Kubies. Let's grab a couple Kubies. I can just randomly grab some Kubes. We'll grab this one, we'll grab this one, we'll grab this one, we'll grab this one. All right, got some Kubes. One of my favorites, the Phemius. Look at this, pow. Flips open, drops shut. Tell me the action on this isn't amazing. Sebald, Kenman, you're the reason for me to get a Kaiser one day. Well, if you do, use my link. Help me out. Where I'll put it in. I haven't pushed any links yet today, but yeah, I do have several affiliates, and if you do want to help the channel out, it does, and I appreciate it. So there's my Kaiser Knives link. If you go there and make a purchase, I get 10%. Boom. Yeah, so here's the Phemius. Action. Absolutely awesome. I love this knife. It looks super cool. Just a fun one. Crazy shape. I don't carry it as much. It's not really an ideal user. It's just a sweet looking carry. Next up, we got the Kuby Ruckus. Ruckus has a little front flipper that works really good. You've got thumb studs that flick out really nice. Drops shut. Boom. Look at my action. Tell me this doesn't have sweet movement. Boom. Got that sweet bolster. I won this one from Smoky Mountain Knife Works quite a while back. We have the Kuby Elang. This is a beast of a knife. Flicks out really easy. It does have a front flipper. Oops. But look at that. Drop, shut, flick out simple. Excellent action. Everybody knows and loves the Kuby Titus. The Titus is fantastic. So there. That was a 4 quick Kuby blast. All of them awesome action. Look at that Titus. Beast. Absolute pig. Ghostkeeper's got about 16 of them. Kaisers or Kubies? Kaiser, I think, is what he meant. Kuby Royal is a good front flipper. Kuby Royal. Isn't that interesting? I didn't even have to move. Grab myself another sweet action Kuby. Just like that. Paul Mills. Couple Pauls in the house. Both my Kubies use washers and they're not properly lubed from the factory. The detent on your carve sucks too. I had a Kuby carve and that thing was sick. Wheezy has my carve now. Wheezy's in here. That carve had awesome action. Do I have any other Kubys over here? Wait, what's this? What is the name of this one? I can't remember. Another Kuby. Sweet Action Beast. This was one that Mr. Eddie was asking about. Mr. Eddie, I still got it. You want to take it? But yeah, dude. Kuby makes great stuff. I would put Kuby right up there with all the other popular users. Here's another Kuby. The Quaken. Awesome looking fixed blade. Carried this one a little bit a couple weeks ago. Great action on the Kuby Quaken. Look at that. Nice little sheath. Right? But yeah, fun. Wheezy loves the carve. Yeah, Wheezy picked that carve up for me been a few months now. Big Bald has 6 Kaisers, 0 Kubes. Kuby Hydro has good action. I don't know if I've handled the Hydro. Laid Off Pete, one of the best front flippers, much to my surprise, was the Olatan's G47. And to my surprise again, they have a premium version, which I can't afford. Welcome to real life. What? Copy. Let's look that up. Paste. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah, we looked at this. Is that the same? Okay, so we were looking at this G32 last week. G47. I don't have any of these knives. I might have to pick one up just to try it out. $38 for 14C28N. That is not bad. Will anybody else have anything from these guys? Olatans. I'm gonna have to check one of them out for sure. Is that front flipper only? How about that? Did we look at that one, or is that just similar to this one? No, we did look at this one last week too. Because I was going to say, when you look at it closed like that, it kind of reminds me of this. The Migron Parasum. A little bit different, but it just kind of has a similar look. This one has a back flipper, that other one has a front flipper. But $30, I did the die on this. I've done several of them. Wheezy's got one of these too. Actually, his wife does. That pink one that we did looks super cool. Like bubble gum. But yeah, really nice for Migron. $30 little D2 user. Can't beat it. But Olatans. Might have to check some more of those out. Help with Gadgets needs 21 more peeps to 400 subs. Mr. Addy posted a link to that. If you haven't subbed to Help with Gadgets, want to go to that link, check it out. And if you do like it, go ahead and give them a sub, give them a follow, check it out. The action is super smooth, really easy flicking. Thumb over the top finger, index finger flick down. Huh. There you go. I might have to pick one of those up. I've already got the other one. Like I said, I had this G32. Not a huge fan of the style on that. But I'm looking at the company right now, so they're on my radar for sure. Which is another thing on my topics of things to discuss today was I don't have any knives currently coming in the mail, and I need to make some orders, and I want any type of input from everyone else. Excuse me. I have a drinking problem. I'm addicted to caffeine and spilling on myself. Kathleen Smith. Hello, folks. How is Kathleen today? Having a nice day? Did you have a nice Labor Day weekend? What's happening? What you up to? Everyone give this video a thumbs up, says Ron Dobbins. Much appreciated, bud. For sure. How many people we got in here? Oh, you know, I got sidetracked with looking at knives. Let's go right now. 38 people watching. I'm gonna buy some memberships here. We're gonna go. There it is. All right, who got them? Who got them? We got some lurkers in here. Lonnie. I haven't seen Lonnie yet. Lonnie's hiding in here or not? Delaney. I haven't seen Delaney in here either. You guys hiding from me, or am I just not noticing chat? Does it even make... Does it make the sound when I do it? I swear, KDK donates memberships just to out the lurkers. Why wouldn't you? Right? Okay, so who did we get? We got Lonnie, Delaney. Why does this keep jumping on me? I'm mad at you. I hate you. Be Shady, Pocket Razors, DRTMI. Did I not see any of them in the chat having a good time here? All you winners. Oh, wow. What are we getting here? How did I get that? What did I do to create this chaos? Boom. KenmanCeption. I just clicked on your blink and poof. Oh, you clicked on the link and boom. DRTMI just walks in the door and gets a membership. How about that? So yeah, for those of you that did just get a membership, or if you've already got a membership, go ahead and blast some of them emotes. Hit them emojis. I'll show you what they look like. Boom. If it'll let me. Wow. It's definitely upset with me at the moment. You're looking at the wrong desktop, bro. Do you use OBS? What desktop was I supposed to look at? Pretty sure you have to be present in chat to get a donated membership. Lou, I'm glad you said that because I want to talk about that. Fook says, I think people are getting memberships who aren't here. So let's try to link. Is Delaney here? I don't think Delaney's actually here. And one of the reasons I'm interested in this is because I have gotten a couple of memberships in the last month or two. I was gifted a membership and I was definitely not there. I was 100% not there. And I got a membership to two different places. I got one for Knives Fast, and I got an email saying that I was donated a membership, but I was not, or if it happened, I didn't notice it happened when I was on his live. And then the other one I got from, I can't remember who I got it from, but I don't know how many of his lives I'd ever even been on, and I got it. Paul says he got some memberships before and wasn't in stream. Yeah, it's interesting how that works. I am curious. I had the double audio issue with OBS the other day. I thought you had two screens. My bad. Oh, I've got... Okay, I'm looking at one screen now. I'm looking at another screen now. I'm looking at another screen now. I'm looking at another screen now. And I also have one over there. I've got screens everywhere. I have issues. I've got my OBS up, studio up on the screen in front of me with my chat, so I can look up there, and I'm basically looking over the camera to see chat. I have an offline, or I mean it's online, but not on my Wi-Fi laptop or like tablet right here, so I can see what's going on in an actual live scenario, what's actually broadcasting at the time. But I have it off of my, it's on my phone bill, so it's not pulling off my Wi-Fi affecting my internet. I've got one down here. The one that's down here is this screen right here. So I've got internet hooked up so I can look up different things. I'm looking at these finches. Who's got a finch? This new one looks really cool. But then I've got that for all my screen sharing. I've got the other one over there that I actually am not using, but I have that one set up for vertical, so when I'm looking online, I can pull up my Amazon or something and have that over there and always have it going. Then I have my main TV up on the corner over here, and basically the main TV is a mirror image of the TV that I'm looking at over here. So these two basically are the same, so it's my OBS studio. I can see what's going on over there. Is it overkill? Maybe. Do I want another screen right here? Yes, I do. But it's kind of nice because I can basically look all over the place and sort of maintain a link with what's going on. I always thought you had to be present, but apparently I was wrong due to the fact that I have an extra chromosome floating around. All right, okay, those guys are talking about something else. No big deal. Ed Harrison, did I believe the 100 memberships plus donated 500 doll hairs to Big Red's channel? Really? Wow. I've seen some big donations in some channels before, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. I'm kind of that way. If I'll donate to something that I find is a good cause, and if you're watching some channel, you're really feeling what they're doing and stuff, you want to help them out, it's definitely beneficial. I don't do this channel for income. I do it because it's super fun. I do make a couple bucks off of it. I kind of started making a few bucks off of it, but it doesn't. My main gig pays my bills, pays everything, gives me enough money to buy some stuff and enjoy life. So that's where I'm at, and I enjoy making the channel and making content. It's super fun. I really am just having a blast with it. You're gonna see me as me very soon because I'm getting more into the swing of things. I got relieved of a little work from the summer, then now I'm going to have a little more time. I'm going to start slamming into projects, get the CNC machine running. I'm going to get a scanner ordered pretty soon. I'm working on new designs and stuff on the new laser. A lot of really fun stuff, and I'm an artist at heart, and that's one of the reasons I love this the most, is because it's an artistic expression in a hobby that I love. And so we're gonna get some stuff for some acid wash soon, do some flame anos, gonna buy a couple bottles of ferric chloride for doing some stuff. A lot of cool things, and we're just getting started. So if you are here and you like it, hit the sub. Pay attention for when the videos come out. If you want to become a member, help donate, or if you want to just use some of my affiliate links and make a few purchases, that helps out a lot. It's a great way to help out the channel, because really, if you're going to buy a knife, if I have that affiliate link, all you got to do is click through my link and then make the purchase, and then you throw in me a couple of bucks to help out. Every dime that I make, off the channel will go directly back into the channel. Like I said, my main job makes my money and does what I need to do. So anything that I get from here will be immediately put back into getting better cameras and lights and more knives and just stuff to continue to do customization. I tell you what, when I get that CNC thing up very, very soon, we're going to start hammering out some scales like crazy. Laser marks are getting dialed in. I'm considering maybe buying a laser for at home so that I have more opportunities to work on stuff. The type of artist I am is I will do stuff. I might start at like 8 at night and then be up to like 3 in the morning working on things. And yeah. Laid Off Pete, read my messages, just a few up for the explanation gifting memberships. How far up? Interacted with recently. From Google's page, once you opt in, you're eligible to receive memberships from eligible channels you've interacted with recently. Interesting. So interacted with recently, but that is not defined. So that makes sense because the ones that I got, I was on lives recently. And so I might have been in the live and then left, or been in the live the day before. I'm interested how that works though. But yeah, once you opt in, then you are eligible to receive memberships from channels. Because I have gotten some that I just feel like I wasn't there at the time. Interesting. Thanks for that info, Laid Off Pete. Good look up. All right, what I feel like MPG was asking me something here. Oh wow, what? Did I miss? I feel like I missed something. MPG, I'm wondering when the memberships will hit for me. I guess when I hit 1K subs, which won't happen. Oh, when you're going to be able to have memberships? Is it 1,000? I can't remember what the numbers are exactly, MPG. But you can get memberships, I think, is after or before you monetize. It's like 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that. I can't remember. I apologize. But yeah, it'll come up, and then you'll be able to have you'll be able to get memberships and then be able to monetize on the channel at some point. But really, the way that works is you can't say it won't happen. You either work on the channel or you don't. And if you do, you can slowly build. It just takes time, but I think what it takes is the desire to do it. You really have to want to do it. I could see how if you get kind of to a point where you just don't feel like making the videos or you're not having fun, it's not going to be something. Or if I've seen some people that are so bent up on oh, I need to be making money. This needs to be my main job. And it's like, you can't really always think about it in that type of a way. Like, I could say, oh, well, I'm going to go on The Voice and I need to make it and I need this to be my job. I need to make money off of it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to. You really have to put the effort in and practice singing all the time and then be good. But if you keep at things, that's how I think you can grow. MPG, you're entertaining, you're fun. You get several people in your lives. If you're having fun with it, just keep making videos, keep having a good time, and your numbers will slowly grow. It took me pushing, I don't remember what it was, probably 9 months, something like that, before I got the numbers up that I was starting to get to that point. But I was also making a full-length video every single day, making 2 or 3 shorts every single day for a solid 9 months. And now it's been over a year, And if you look, I make 2 or 3 shorts, and I make a full-length video every day, and I post every day. I missed a couple here and there from being sick and stuff, but generally I try to be consistent and just keep doing that, and I'm having fun. So to me, it's great, and I think you could do it, MPG. You just got to keep going, got to keep positive, keep trucking, you know. Oh, I just got a bounce. I got a big bounce in the chat. You make me laugh every time. Fook's got to run. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out, Fook, if you're still here, if I caught you right before you left. Doing math homework. Weldon Carey's doing some math. Ugh, what kind of math are you working on right now? I was in automotive engineering for 2.5 years, and I realized I hated it. Then I switched to art. And then I got a job in restaurants, and then spent 20 years in restaurant management, and now I do laser marking. That's life right there. I just bought the giant mouse Atelier from Lefty EDC. Can't wait to get it. It's going to go well with my titanium one. You have 2 of them? We need to look this knife up. Giant mouse copy. Alright, I'm not that far behind. For Night's Edge, you got it at 1,000 for the membership. There you go, MPG. So at 1,000. What are you at right now? You got to be getting kind of close to that, right? 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, says Mad Yako. MPG, I need to laugh. I've got too much bad crap in life not to, right? Well, if you watch MPG's live, there's definitely laughter. There's definitely laughter. I would start a channel, but I retired and don't care, says Big Ball. Yeah. Again, I make the content because I like doing it. I'm doing the projects, and it's like, why not? I feel like I probably should have been a teacher. I don't know if I'm very good at teaching, but I feel like maybe that was kind of one of my callings. It might have been because I kind of enjoy processes, and then if I know them, I like kind of breaking it down and explaining it, showing people how to do it. Tuck him in sounds nicer and less lethal than put him down. Gonna go put him down. That is true. That is true. But you got a kid, you know. Gonna go tuck him in. Gotta go put him down. Oh, that's great. MPG's going to get back in the swing of things. Exactly. I fell out of the swing as well. Like I said, August was super busy for me, and I just didn't... I did fine. I'm happy with everything, but I feel like I didn't have the time to push and put into it that I really wanted to. Does that make sense? I felt like I was kind of rushed and didn't have the smooth operator kind of potential. But here we are. I'm excited now, and it is gonna go. What knives do I want to buy? So I will be looking at this brand, this Olatans, if anyone has any recommendations from there. I'm also looking at the Finch Knife Co. These $150 1929s, that abalone right there. That is a sweet looking knife. Does anyone have one of these? Tell me what you think about it. Here's another one from that same Olatans. Someone recommended last week. Excuse me. God. Checking that one out. It reminds me of like 3 different knives all together. I can't tell you which ones, but all right. This one's probably sold out. Out of stock. This was a cool sale they had at Blade HQ. Iowa told me about it, and I didn't jump on it soon enough. $40 for this. It's tiny. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. 4.75 overall length, 1.75 blade. But a little OTF. He said it was kind of a fun one. I was going to pick one up, and then I got, you know. I tell you. All right. People been talking about this Farrah Monster. They are cool looking. A little expensive for me right now, but who was I watching? Was looking at this Glideman. Was that? Who was I watching? Yeah, anyway. Cool looking stuff. Can't remember who recommended this last week. Oh, Jesus. I'm dying on stream. Apparently don't know how to breathe. Now I can't. I can't get it back. Woo! Trying. Here we go. I'm disappointed Finch didn't use lava flow. Do you guys hear that with my voice? I like breathe wrong. Now I'm gonna choke out. And I can't. Lou says, did you get your N Kylo? I'm not gonna die on you. My eyes are watering and I can't breathe. Okay. Lefty had the Glideman. I wasn't watching Lefty today. It was earlier today. KDK though. Lou says, did you get the Ankylo debate debacle resolved? Well, it is resolved, Lou. I talked about that in live a week or two ago. But, yeah, ultimately the resolution was I decided I was done and I sent it back and I got a refund. And I won't be doing anything with them anytime soon unless they reach out to me and convince me otherwise. I'm not going to talk bad about them, but their customer service was very poor. The way they handled it was poor. They sent me what they're saying is, oh, they screwed up or whatever. Long story short, it was bad. I'm not happy with it. I was very convinced that I wasn't going to be getting a knife that I was going to be happy with, so I ended up getting the refund, and like I said, moving on from them for now, and it will take something more than me liking a knife to I'm not interested anymore for now. They have a lot of work that they need to do in their customer service and their quality control. Kathleen, I got the Abalone 1929 yesterday and I love it. It's my first Finch, but I'm surprised it's heavy. Does it say the weight on here? Weight 3.1, but it's only 6 inches. Yeah, so it's small. But Kathleen thinks it's a little heavy, which is definitely something to consider. Some people like a lighter knife, some people like a little bit heavier. That Abalone is okay, but I don't think it compares to the Kyanite and copper fat carbon. I prefer the Abalone. I don't like fat carbon though. I don't know why. Someone's gonna have to convince me why some of these interesting colored carbons are the way to go. It just doesn't really, I don't know. Not a big fan. Okay. Kathleen says she is happy with the Abalone. It was an actual shell, an actual creature made that. That's pretty cool, right? The blue pipeline that JB gave away was nice too. Yes, indeed. Okay, I copied. So this is the other one. The Ace Atelier. Oh, this is the good one though. That he said he couldn't afford. I can see. That is great. 285. Nope. Come on. Go away. No. Reject. Leave me alone. Alright, what if we copy... So, how much is there an ad? I thought you said you got a budget one. They're all 200 bucks. 285 for the titanium, but 215 for this one. I mean, that's practically premium anyway. At that price, I might as well just go up to the titanium. Grizzle Bear leather crafting is back. Had to get an ice pack for the ankle. A tasty creature made that shell. That's right, Big Bob. Dude, who likes seafood? Man, I could eat sushi and clams and... delicious. Definitely delicious. Well, that is interesting. Let's keep rolling here. Yeah, the Fair Monsters, those are all more spendy than what I want to get into right now. Although I do like the way that Glideman looks. I do like the Aurora Rays. Anyone know about this Mole Select? Someone mentioned this last week. I kind of like the way this knife looks. Just that wood. What was this one again? 14C. So we're looking at a 14C 28N blade. Just under 8. Flipper tab only. But something about this. Oh, it's olive wood. Olive wood is really nice. I've worked with wood and things in the past. Something about this just intrigues me. Anyone in the chat ever have anything with this company? I need an ice pack in my glass. That's right. This is neat, but I need a little ice in it. Yeah? It's funny when Mr. Eddie pretends he can't afford a knife, given that he is the kingpin of the vast criminal empire that fuels his expensive taste in knives. He does have some... Mr. Eddie has quite a collection. Quite a collection. I tell you. I struggled. I was like, oh, can I afford a $40 knife this week? You can add a 0 to that for the Mr. Eddie question. Jimmy Crow! Jimmy in the house. Customizing master. Making a lot of cool stuff. Sending a lot of cool stuff to a lot of channels for giveaways. Very excellent supporter of the community. Don't I have... Are they in this stack? They're not. Where did I put those? I moved them somewhere. Jimmy, I have a couple stickers from Jimmy. Jimmy Crow's little logo is very cool. I wish I had it in front of me, but I don't. He's got some cool stickers, though. How's it going tonight, Jimmy? I'm going to be doing an acid wash soon. All inspiration from the Jimmy Crow. Woo! I got your email. Oh, that was Lou. That was Lou. Lou, good to have you back, bro. Good to see you in here. Okay, what else is on my list of stuff? The old Walmart excursion that I went on was a pain. Was there... Before I get to that, I guess I could finish going through these really quick. So yeah, I'm definitely looking at this Mole Sect. I might pick up that M756. I'm looking at these UTEs. until the edge. I can't remember who recommended this last week, but another 14C28N blade, $60. Kind of interested in that one. The Tempest Microjet is going to be coming out from TC pretty soon. That blue titanium with the micro milling. I'm probably going to buy one of these. I was on TC's live. Am I saying that right? KC? TC, KC? Sorry. My bad. There's a lot of TCs and KCs out there, you know? But yeah, I was talking to him on his live earlier today, and these will be coming out in a few weeks. I definitely want to get one of these. I'm probably going to do it for sure. Grizzle Bear. So I'm getting a customized knife from me. Got one from Jimmy. Sending another one out. Need to get one from Mr. Eddie. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Brown Sugar 69. Welcome to the party. How you doing today? Saw you earlier. Was that on the Knives Fast live earlier, maybe? What you up to? Grizzle Bear says he loves Mr. Eddie Knives, just not big into fixed blades. I'm not huge into fixed blades either yet. I've got one on the table. I got one. I keep buying more of them. And I mean, you may not be into fixed blades, but wouldn't you like it if this one was? I mean, yeah, dude, this thing is sick. Come on, tell me it ain't. Yes, yes, yes. I love how the knife is floating above his hand. Come on. All right. So, yeah, I'm looking at this one at the end of the month. I'm digging that Microjet. It's a cool look. I definitely want to get one of these Ashers. Who's got an Asher? They have. I like the titanium ones the best, but of course they're all out of stock. But this Warncliffe. Let me go to the details. This is the one I'm about to pull the trigger on. I haven't decided yet, but this thing is dope. Got my first OK knife gifted by Titanium Justin. Right on, Brown Sugar. Justin's my boy. He's cool. Justin and I are what is this called again? Cinder. We're Cinder brothers. We both have we bought matching knives when we hung out that one day. Good stuff. But yeah, who has an Asher? What do you think of this Asher Spiral Warney? Can I look at this photo? Or maybe I have to click on the... Damn it. What a horrible zoom in. I can either do that. What does this do? Come on. The only thing that kind of gets me is there we are. We've got this carbon fiber texture. I'm not a big carbon fiber guy, but that blue does look cool. I am interested in it. What is blade is... Well, it says blade material S90V or 20CV. So do you get to pick? Oh, yeah, you do. So right here, it's got blue 20, black 20, silver 20, or silver S90. So if I want the blue one, it's only in 20CV. I love the shape of that blade, though. That tip, that looks cool. Definitely interested. Grizzle Bear's working on some wallets, doing another live video in the morning. What time are you going live, Grizzle? Ghostkeeper says he's got the blue one. It's awesome. One of the sharpest knives out of the box. Ghostkeeper, thank you. The blue ones are 20CV. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Seal of approval from Ghostkeeper. Yeah, Grizzle Bear, let me know what time you're going live. I'll try to hang out. I'll be at work, but I can lurk. You know what I'm saying? I can do a little working. Asher makes nice knives for cheap. I like their designs. They're, I wouldn't call them cheap, but inexpensive. You know, cheap would be, to me, I'd say cheap is like under 50 bucks. 100 to 150. But if maybe they make cheap quality knives. Does that make sense? Robo Steel. What's up, Robo? How you doing? Ghost Keeper Dylan tested the sharpness and scored a 55 slap. Slap, dude, that is sick. It looks really nice. Is it a hollow grind? That's the one thing I can't quite tell. Be sweet if it was. Be sweet if it was. And then I got the Devo Lush. Still kind of looking at that. But yeah, the Spyro's definitely on the list. I'm thinking this Microjet. I don't have anything from Knives Fast. So it looks like it'd be a good one. And that micro milling on that titanium looks really nice. Pretty excited about that. And then, well, the other one, I'm thinking I might definitely go with this Molesec. I don't know what it is, but sometimes, you know, just the shape. Flipper tab only, I'm not a fan. But something about the olive wood handle and the design of it, I just think it's kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. I hardly ever do that on stream, but I'm going to make some Ultim really quick. So I'm going to go like this, let you guys kind of stare, and I will be back in a little bit. Guys, have a good night. Not feeling too great. Take it easy, Wheezy. Good to take it easy, Wheezy. Yeah, always good to see ya. Sucks not feeling good. Just go rest. Get a good night's sleep. Feel better in the morning. That Molesec slate looks nice, says Lou. I dig it, dude. I dig it. Or the slate. Is there a different one called the slate? We'll look it up in a second. I'm going to go to the bathroom, everyone. Just chill for a moment. I will be right back. All right. Did you miss me? I was gone. Time to take a piss. I can't read that and not see it. All right. I returned. My hands have been washed. My grandma, bless her, she said wash. You got to go wash up for dinner. Like, oh, you're cute. But, you know, you can't correct a wonderful woman at that age. You know, you just got to let her rip. Yes, Grandma, there is an R in there. You got it. Huh. So yeah, how about a joke? What's always a useful comment when someone pulls a knife on you? I see your point. There will be a brief KDK enlarged prostate intermission. Something like that. All right. Did I miss anything? Got my new finch this morning. Been running around with full-on rigor mortis in my britches all day. So Robo got a finch, and apparently his britches approve. Bluminati snuck in while I was taking a leak. Eh? What's up, eh? Good to see you, bro. If anybody ever needs some sticker work done, Bluminati may be able to help you out. Throw him a couple bucks. Ginger Fisher. Man, everybody's now... Here we go. Here we go. Ginger Fisher and Bluminati in the house. Let's get the party started. How many Pauls do I have in here? I got at least 2 Pauls. I know at least 3 more. But it looks like the Mills and the FTW, I mean the 2 best Pauls are in here, right? I tell you, I think I may say Warsh. Not sure. I'm not really I'm gonna have to wait until I say it in like a setting. I'm gonna go Warsh up for dinner. There it is. There it is. My grandma basically lived in Iowa. I don't know if that's Midwest or Southern. It's not really Midwest. I mean, Minnesota definitely has an accent. But most people don't say Warsh, to my knowledge. Although, you know, everybody picks up different things. I swear you go to the South for a while and you hear enough people say y'all, and the next thing you know, you're like, you'll start saying y'all. What's more amazing than having Pauls is having 2 Wheezies. I got 2 Wheezies. Definitely got 2 Wheezies. Although I haven't seen Josh in here today, so we really only had one in present. Yeah. Y'all just makes sense. It does. And it's catchy. I don't know. I've hung out with people and you just hear them say it and it seems to it's like infectious. It kind of gets into you. Next thing you know, you're like, y'all have a good night now. You hear? And it just, it makes, like you said, it's not something I use on a regular basis. Stacy, hey there, y'all. What's up, Stacy? Thanks for hanging out. We talked about you a little bit. All good things, you know. All good things, definitely. But yeah, Stacy, we're getting close to some of the projects I'm working on, and yours being one of them. We got to kind of lock down a final thought, maybe look at a few more pictures and a few more things and just really lock it in. And then once we've got that, we'll get to work and get your my brain shut off, Clydesdale all done up nice for you. Like I said, I got 3 to 4 projects in the works right now. Here's that an awesome pen that I got from Stacy. Stacy, I was talking about maybe anodizing this just for fun, although it looks cool as is. But you know me, I'm a titanium anodizing hooer. I can't stop. Lou, yeah, I'm still flirting with putting her knife in the giveaway for poops and giggles. No, we already gave it away earlier in the stream. If you go back timestamp, at about 42 minutes, we gave it away. Lou won it. I'll be sending it to... No. Of course not. Would never do you like that, Stace. I got the wallets sealed, so on my live in the morning, I'll start putting them together. Grizzle Bear, did you say what time you're going live? Because I want to try to catch Grizzle Bear's. He says Lefty's going live soon. Well, you know, you can't leave just because Lefty's going live soon. I'm not done yet. What time does Lefty usually start? something in my eye. Laid off Pete. I was the guy who brought up that Until the Edge knife. Mine is on its way. 100% interested in what it'll be like as I love the look. Right. Sorry I couldn't remember that. We went through so many last week. It was like trying to remember everybody, and then my brain is a squirrel when I'm in live mode, and so I'm just constantly so trying to retain stuff, especially when someone recommends one knife out of the dozen or so that were recommended. But yeah, I'm looking at it for sure. I might pick one up. Definitely let us know once you get it, and how it is. Stacy's camel toe knife. Probably 10. He's usually late. 10 meaning, what time is it now for that 10? Okay, there, Grizzle Bear. So it's 8:17 now. Okay, so Grizzle Bear is in my time zone. We are in Central Time Zone at like 8:20 now, and he's going around live at around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. I'm setting myself an alarm to remind me. Clock. I will be at work. I don't know how busy I am, but I'll be able to lurk a little bit. Save. All right, Friday. So I set myself an alarm for tomorrow, Grizzle Bear. I want to try to catch some of that for sure. Thanks for letting me know. It was worth the $60 risk to be an early adopter. For sure, laid off, Pete. I will shoot photos and maybe a video, upload to Google Drive or YouTube, and hit you with the link. For sure. Let me know. I may order one before then. Who knows? I'm definitely in the market for ordering some more knives right now. A little nervous about content for the next couple weeks because I don't have a lot of stuff coming in. Usually I always have like one or two things ordered already and several things about to be ordered, and I don't really have anything ordered right now, and so I need to get going. I definitely I have a specific budget that I set aside for myself for buying things, and I've got money in there right now to make some purchases. So I'm on it. I just haven't jumped on it because I've been so busy lately, and now I'm kind of caught up. Now I need to get caught up and get some lists. I usually have a list of the next like 10 videos I want to make and content that I want to make, but like I said, with the time I got kind of caught up with myself, and now I'm like, okay, got a video for tomorrow. What am I gonna? I don't have my video for Saturday, but I have my video for tomorrow. What am I gonna do? Ow. Everybody okay? Did I break anyone? Aries EDC, what's up? All hanging for a bit. How's it going? I was watching Aries was live a little earlier today doing some stuff. I was just getting off of work, kind of on my way home, but I was able to kind of catch you out for a little bit. But Aries does make some cool knives. Got a little channel for himself. Anyone interested, go check that out. I don't have the link right on me. Any of my blue wrenches have Aries link easily attainable that you can click it up there for everybody to check out. I would appreciate that. Kevin Smith and Knives, what's going on? How you doing today? Mini Dagger Lord. The Mini Dagger Lord. Did anybody say what time Lefty goes on? Neil McKenzie. Hello again. Who was that? Hello. My friends, hello. I just called to see. Hello. that Neil Diamond? What? The human brain is quite fascinating. Apparently I got Neil Diamond floating around in my head. Chicago Knife Works has Kuby Dust Devils on sale for $39. Is the Dust Devil, is that the one that's the Tempest, or it's KC's knife? Is that the fixed blade that he made? Jimmy? I think. 30 minutes till lefty. So lefty basically starts up when I end. So that's fine. Okay. I was going to have words, you know, lefty to lefty. I'm sure he's probably been doing it much longer than I have. That was the worst Neil Diamond impression I've ever heard. I wasn't trying to be an impersonator. Maybe I'll try to do an impression of Neil Diamond at some point. Is that what we're asking for here? My mom likes. My mom went to Barry Manilow not too long ago. Hilarious. I don't know, if I were to choose though between Barry and Neil, that's a tough call, right? I mean, looks like we've made it. You know, I don't know. Here we are. Where do we go? She wanted to see Adele rolling in the deep. That's good stuff. Oh, I thought you were waiting for someone to ask why. Okay. So, I'm considering doing another live once a week, you know, maybe a shorter one or maybe a couple of them, or I'm just interested in kind of doing some more, maybe one where it's like mashups, like we're talking with like TKE, where we're doing like group lives or something. But I'm definitely looking into getting into a little bit more lives. Maybe adding a day or doing a couple shorter ones like over lunch or something like that. I'm also looking, and someone was telling me I should cross-platform like with Twitch. I don't know what anyone thinks about that, but there's a different group of people that are hanging out on Twitch versus on YouTube, and I could set up my live so that it's broadcasting on both at the same time. I don't know if that's something I'm going to do or not, but they were saying, oh, you know, if you're doing it, you're already doing it. If you're broadcasting to two places at once, you might be able to expand your audience or something. And it's a different type of a crowd over there. So I don't know. I thought about doing that, but I am definitely looking into adding some more lives or doing a few more random lives here and there. We'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Twitch is ultra woke. Of course, Lou's gonna say that. Who's gonna say that? It's more for gamers, I think. I don't know. I'm an old guy, but I would almost say that to me, Twitch is more like if I want to stream playing some games, you're gonna have a little bit more of a crowd for that over there. I do like to do lives, but there's the annoying fact that I'm ugly. It gets in the way. Robo doesn't looks. It's the content, bro. It's the content. I don't want to talk bad about anyone, but I can think of a couple of channels that aren't knife channels. I've got a couple other, you know, I have a lot of interests, but there's a channel I watch. That dude is, you know, again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be superficial or whatever it is. But he's not a great looking dude. But let me tell you what, his channel's fantastic. His content is great, and he is smart and informative on the stuff that he talks about. So I could give a shit. You know what I mean? Guy, girl, doesn't matter what you look like or what you do in your own free time. If you are intelligent on the topic that you're talking about and it's a topic that I'm interested in, I don't care. Wouldn't matter to me. If you knew about knives and you were talking about knives with a passion and a joy, wouldn't bother me at all what you look like. And maybe, for all we know, man, you might be one sexy individual. Right? Everybody thinks somebody's attractive. Everybody has different tastes too. So what I think is attractive, someone else might be like, she's too skinny, or she's too big, or he's too this, or what, you know. Don't worry about it. Make interesting content. Twitch is where the kids with purple hair and nose rings hang out. It's possible. I go on Twitch. Neil's got to go back to work. Thanks for coming and hanging out when you can, bud. What do you call a man with a knife in each leg? You call him a freaking ambulance. Yeah, I was saying on Twitch, I go on Twitch for a few gaming streamers. I used to do some speed runs of some games and stuff, and I'm really into like Zelda games, all the old Zelda games. I used to speed run Breath of the Wild a lot. Haven't been playing games much lately. Really liked Tears of the Kingdom. Didn't really get into speedrunning it, but the Zelda Breath of the Wild, I was speedrunning a lot and started watching a Twitch streamer, and he does tutorials and talks about the game and does live streams and stuff like that. And I give him $5 a month. He's cool. Great guy. And so it just depends on what you're looking for. And there could be just a certain platform. It might have an audience of people that might be interested in stuff. I don't know. It was just someone had mentioned it, and so I thought I would mention it here and see what everyone else thought about it, you know? You might throw up, but trust me, it's got millions of viewers. But I feel like it fits this best unless I can triple stream. Maybe I could triple stream. It's mainly a gamer stream, says Laid Off Pete. They've done the categories now. Art, music. It's definitely a younger platform for sure. But some people are like, oh, well, you need to get on... I'm on Instagram, but... yeah, whatever. That other thing. Snapchat. Ugh. Do I want to get a bunch of kids that have short attention span? But, maybe some of them like knives. I don't know. I just want the group of people, the 20 or 30 people that are in here now that we have fun with, that just want to interact and enjoy talking about knives and stuff like that. That's my main goal. So if I get it all from right here, that's fine. TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch all together. TikTok. Yeah, that was what they're like, oh, you need to start posting on TikTok too. But I currently do not. Rumble is growing fast and the freest platform there is right now. Rumble? Bumble? Tinder? Grindr. Lou used to be on Twitch but had to leave when some tranny tried to force me to identify as... Yeah. Tri-State has 5K more followers on TikTok than YouTube in short amount of time. See, that's the thing. Do I want to focus on growth or do I want to just focus on making fun stuff? I think I'm probably more focusing on just making fun stuff. Growth is cool, but not as necessary for me, I guess. And then what is it? TikTok, they don't really like knife stuff, or they're trying to change some knife stuff or whatever. I don't know. Things I'm thinking about. I'd be up for a Rumble stream, says Lou. I'll make some notes. Okay, what else? I'm gonna get let's see. Well, we're gonna do the t-shirts. If you haven't seen the t-shirts, that's the t-shirt. Huge. Enormous. They're going to be probably at a max of about $25 shipped. That would be including shipping. I'm looking to get them a little bit less than that. I've got about a dozen that I'm going to order for sure. It could be more. But yeah, so if you are interested for around 25 bucks or maybe a few dollars less, like I said, then I'll get it shipped to you. But I will also, when I do the order, I'm gonna go. I'm not ordering a bunch. I'm just ordering specific. So, like, if you say, "Oh, I want one," and then you need to say it extra large, or I want one large, or I want one small, or whatever it is, and I'm gonna order them specific for each person. But if you are interested, you got to message me soon because that's going to happen quick. And ultimately, we'll probably order some more. I got to make a funny one for Lou at some point here. And now that I do have more free time starting this month, I have a lot of projects, a lot of cool stuff, and we're really going to get going and hammering into the KDK channel, more custom stuff and more craziness. I'm excited. Stickers going to be going out to everybody. Yeah, so if you want a shirt for about 25 bucks, let me know soon. That's gonna happen. Another thing, pass around box. I haven't made a final thing. I'm gonna have to make a video on it. I gotta make my note real quick here. But I'm gonna do a pass around box. I'm gonna start off with one. If you're not aware of how that works, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with something simple, and I'm going to have it be probably around that $50 range, like a $40 to $60 range. I'm going to take a half a dozen to a dozen of my knives in that price range, and I'm going to put them in a box. And then whoever is on the pass around list, we're going to I'm trying to get a dozen people or whatever. Then what's going to happen is if you're on the list, and we're going to make the list, get it set before we start. But then the box of my knives that are around, like I said, $40 to $60 or so is what the range is going to be on them. I'm going to send them to the first person. And the first person on the list will then get that box. They can open it up, check them out, enjoy them for a day or two. And then if there's any that they want, they can now do a swap with equal price knife. So they pull a $50 knife out, they take one of their $50 knives and put it in the box. Then we'll probably make a limit of one or maybe two swaps each person can do. So you make a swap or you don't make a swap, and then you box everything up and then ship it to person 2 on the list. Person 2 on the list, rinse and repeat. And then basically it'll make its way through the dozen people or whatever. And then once it's done, it gets sent back to me. And then when it comes back to me, hopefully I'll have a box full of knives that weren't mine, and I'll have new knives. The only thing with this is I don't get the fun that everyone else will get. I'm basically putting my knives in, hoping I get something back that I like. I won't be able to do any swaps because it's mine. But I'm going to try it. We're going to do it. I need people to get a hold of me if they're interested. And then we need to make sure that A, the list isn't too big. B, the list isn't too small. C, people on the list are going to be reputable and confident that we'll be able to send it to them. They'll send it to the next person. It's like, someone who's been interacting. If someone just shows up and never talked to them or anything before, you know what I'm saying. But that is my plan. If anyone is interested in that, get a hold of me soon. I'll probably going to post a little video. I'm not going to show exactly the knives, or maybe I'll show some of them, because it's kind of part of the fun is not knowing what's in the box. And then you get the box and then you get to go through it. If you already know what's there, see what I'm saying? If my soon-to-be wife of 50 years hasn't agreed to marry me, I would have been in prison or dead. See, found a keeper right there. She's bringing you into a positive place in the world. How cool is that? 50 years, though. That's amazing, impressive. I was married for 5 solid years. She's great. We get along, but better off not together. It's tough to find someone to be able to spend your life and still get along with, because I think everyone that exists will fight with anyone that exists. At some point in time, you're going to disagree, argue about things, and it's whether or not you can basically kiss and make up at the end of the night. You know, if you can like fight with someone and know like, oh, I still love them and they're a great person, and you can continue to push forward with it. That's the thing. It's because you are going to argue with everyone. It's not, you never, there's, if someone ever meets someone and it has a perfect relationship, tell me about it. How did you do it? How lucky are you? Not easy to reach that golden anniversary. Definitely a major life achievement, says Lou. I agree. Grizzle Bear, are you going to set a time limit on how long each person has the box? Well, it's not like we're going to post hard limits, but generally it's the longer everyone keeps it, the longer it's going to go. Like, I would say even less than 2 weeks, maybe like a week or something like that. But I mean, how long do you really need? You get a box with 8 knives in it. You open it up. You're going to spend that first couple hours playing with all those knives, like immediately. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Once we get it figured out with the group, and we're getting set and we're getting ready to start, we'll kind of figure it out. But I was kind of thinking that it would be maybe a few days to a week should be enough time for you to kind of check them out and see what you think, you know. But we'll talk about it with everyone once we've got it kind of ready to go. But in the last few discussions about it, I've got a short list of a few people already that are interested. Grizzle Bear, you're in. I'll write your... Anyone else? Let me know. And we're going to get going. Like I said, I'm probably going to maybe make a video, because if I make a video and just post that, I'm going to make that note too. If I make a video just as a daily video and be like, oh, hey, Mr. Eddie, I'm still here, by the way. And I can kind of describe it in the video, that'll kind of reach the audience rather than I don't know how many people are in here now, 30 or whatever. Laid off Pete, like a pass around test group. If so, I'm down. Well, yeah, laid off, like I was saying, is basically what it is you get on the group, and we've got a dozen people in the group. I'm going to put, set, $50 knives. Let's say there's 6 $50 knives in there, and I send it to you. You take them, you open them up, you look at them. You can maybe make a couple videos if you want, or just test them out a little bit. But then if you want to do a swap, you would swap one of your equal priced $50 knives with the one that you swap. You maybe swap 1 or 2 of them and then ship them to the next person. The next person opens it up, looks at all the knives. If they want to swap 1 or 2, they can. And if you don't want to swap any, then you don't swap any, and you just kind of enjoy them for a day or two and then ship them off to the next person. And basically everyone will have a chance to go through a box of knives and make a couple of swaps if they so desire one of the knives, because it might be just a bunch and you might not be interested in them, or you might want them all and you might have a hard time figuring it out. Or there's one that I'm in through the Tri-State group right now, and Renee Ramon, that's going to be coming to me pretty soon. I think Ed Durbin has it right now, but it is I think it's a $400 box or whatever, a $300 to $400 box. And so all the knives in that box are $300 to $400 each. And so if I want to do a swap, I have to swap it with a $300 to $400 knife, equal price. I don't have any knives in my collection that I would be willing to swap. You know, it's like if I've got one at that price, I don't want to get rid of it. I already have it. I want to keep it. I don't even think I have any knives that are $400. I don't. So I'm basically going to get that box. I'm not going to be able to do much other than make a couple quick videos, review a couple of them that I can kind of check out for a day, and then I'm going to ship it along. And it sucks because I don't have anything I'll be able to trade, but I'll be able to throw a few stickers, throw a few extras in there. That's what it seems like people like to do, is load the box with some other stuff, so when people get it, they have a few other things they can check out and maybe swap out or whatever. But that's going to happen soon. For those that are interested, like I said, contact me or watch out for that video soon. And like I said, that's why I'm going to start in that like $50 range, because I feel like everybody who's into knives probably has several that are in that price range that they may want to swap or trade, right? And it might just make it a little easier. The higher the price, the less likely you might have something in that range that you want to get rid of or change or swap or whatever. Still smart. Half the battle is getting access to some of these gems, especially if there's no knife shop, right? It's hard because there's a lot of times you don't really, I've never handled an Asher, and I don't know how I would unless I went to a blade show that they were at or something like that. Paul was in the box and didn't snag anything either. Fun to check it out and enjoy them though. Yeah, exactly, Paul. I wish I did. But that's the thing. Like I said, I got a $300 knife. I don't want to get rid of it. I want to keep it. So how am I going to... I don't know. I'm excited that I'm part of it, and I'm excited to check them out. I definitely will make a few quick videos. And, you know, if there's something in there that's super cool, I'll talk to Renee and be like, hey, Renee, can I, like, take $300 bills and just, like, wrap them around a send cut or something like that and just throw that in there and be like, well, see, here's my $300, you know, an equal swap, a $40 knife with $300 slapped to it, you know. We'll see. I don't know what's in there that I might be interested in or whatever, so we'll find out when I get there. Not even for content for someone like me, but I really need to have hands-on to decide if it's a keeper. I hear you laid off, Pete. It's true, because you just don't know how something's going to act or react in your hand. You know, I saw the Towser K, and I'm like, this knife looks cool, but I had no idea that the action was so awesome and it felt so nice. And having one, I got one, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is great. And then I went and I got another. You know, it's like, wow, this thing is so cool. And I'm like, oh, I got dueling Cobalts, right? And then someone was like, oh, did you know that White Mountain Knives makes a custom titanium? And I'm like, oh my god, must have it. Love it. But without having ordered this first one, I wouldn't have known how great the knife is. I mean, it's like, it's a cool knife, but until you actually hold it and open it a few times and start realizing, wow, that action is just as cool as it gets. You like my scale swap? I did that too. For those that don't know, the blue one had the black hardware, and the red one had the silver hardware, and I took the scales off and did the swap. So now the black one, or the red one has the black hardware and the blue has the silver. Very cool. I actually don't really like dark blue and black next to each other, so I think this looks much better with the silver. And then I really like black and red. So ultimately, it was a win. You coming out next month, says MPG? I still don't know. It's possible. I could afford it. I could make it happen. I could potentially stay at MPG's and eat all the banana bread that she makes. I don't know yet. I'm gotta lock it down and hammer it and figure it out in the next couple weeks, though, don't I? I'll let you know, MPG, but it's not looking great. But I might be able to make it work. We'll see. We'll see. if you see, oh, you guys might bump into each other. I see there kind of a couple of them are talking. Stacy's got the long black hair. What's going on, Donut EDC? I'm me, out. Thanks for hanging out, I'm me. Oh, wait. Just reading chat, sorry. Banana bread, for sure, Grizzle Bear. MPG's been talking banana bread. She said she'd come pick me up at the airport too. Damn. Making it easy. I'm definitely one of those people, though, where I start going to spend the money, and then I'm like, oh, you know, I could just spend a few hundred more and, like, live in the lap of luxury with, like, a full-on hotel and stuff. Is it necessary? No, but sometimes I like to treat yourself, you know? Which Towser do you like better, the K or the S? I don't have an S. I have 3 Towser Ks. Well, one of them is the mini Towser K. This one, White Mountain Eyes titanium one, is a mini Towser K with the clutch lock. This is my favorite, although honestly, if this was exactly the same, but it had this liner lock to it, I would probably like it. I don't know. I love the Kaiser's clutch lock, but man, something about this. Sabald's out, heading to bed. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Appreciate you. We'll see you sometime soon. But yeah, that liner lock action on this Towser K is just awesome. Like I said, clutch lock is great. This works good. This feels perfect. This grip, the titanium, that little choke up spot, that handle, my fingers right there. I love everything about that. That jimp right where my thumb is. This is home. This is perfect. This is a Kenman all day. Is that the copper one? Talking to me? Which one, Stacy? Oh, that looks kind of like copper. That's micarta. So that is micarta. This red micarta one comes with silver liners and stuff. I swapped it out for the black liners, so it might look a little bit different. But that is micarta. And then the blue one is the rich light. This had the black. Now it has the silver from the red ones. Same exact action, though. I just like the rich light. It's that texture does feel nice, but the scales are flat. Basically, they're dead flat. The texture does feel good, and the action is fantastic. But the micarta ones have just a little bit of contour to them. So you get a little bit of that curve, and then I love the way micarta feels. Jimmy says, good night, everyone. Stay safe. Yeah, the Towser K is just so smooth. There is a copper one, though, Stacy, and I would like to get that one. I just already have 3. They are great, though. It is great. And it's tough for me to buy a 4th one when it's like, oh, there's another new knife that I don't have yet. But I saw a few people do some cool stuff for the copper one, and damn it, I want one. I want one. Yeah, the rubbed copper one, for sure. That thing looks super cool. I like it a lot. And you could do some stuff. I could do, I'd like to try to laser mark copper. Wonder if I could get something to this effect going. Look at the details. I'm sorry I can't get more focus. I'm just so happy with how that laser mark turned out. And it's just flat, smooth. It hit really good, and I was able to get kind of the gold and the black kind of mix. I dig it. Rich light texture is good, Donut, except for, like I said, it's flat, and so it doesn't quite. If I just had this one all by itself, this feels great. Feels really good in the hand. Action is nice. It's got that same kind of little grip up spot. Drops really well. It's awesome. But when you pick up, you know, I'm a slut for micarta. Wow, look at that. Whap. Paul says, by the way, I think the box is $250 plus, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, I think he said it was like between, some of them were between $250 and $350, or I swear it was like about $100 range. Because I remember I asked him, I said, well, then what happens, like if I pull out a $350 one, can I put a $250? You know, it's like you have to kind of match the price, you know. So if there's a $250 in there and a $400 in there, if I take the $250, I got to swap it with a $250. If I take the $400, I have to swap it with about a $400 price. Or, see, that's where it's like, I don't know. And then what? If I swapped it with a $300, can I just slap a $100 bill on top of it? Or how does that work? I'll definitely message Renee before I do anything if I do. But either way, I appreciate the info, Paul. And I am excited because, like I said, it's going to Ed. I don't know I know Ed was waiting on some delivery issues or whatever. He's either just getting it or will be getting it the next day or two. And then it goes to me next. So I should be getting it in the next couple of weeks, I guess. Ooh, Ghostkeeper says they have an Ultim Telzer already. You already have the blue. I didn't know they had an Ultim Telzer. Or maybe I did and I just didn't notice it. I love Ultim. It's cool. And I will get as much of it as I can. I did get this one from Kaiser recently. The Ultim with the frag pattern. It does have a nice feel. Also, I love how they did the black liners with the silver blades so that when the blade is in there, you can see the contrast between the two. Very cool. And this was my first Assassin. It's pretty much a drop bear as far as the action goes. Feels great, opens great. I would say the one thing I would change on this is I would put a choke up point right there. If you put a 4-finger choil right on that spot, this knife is awesome. Super cool. And it's Ultim. Not everybody likes the Ultim. Kenman loves the Ultim. It's cool. Oh, so yeah, Donut says if they made Ultim handle for Telzer, I'd grab it for sure. But Ghostkeeper says he wants the Ultim Telzer, so does it exist? Grizzle Bear wants a drop bear. Well, the bear and the name kind of helps, but if you don't have one already, drop bear is a great knife. Look at that. Oops. Excellent. Great action. Piles of jimps for days. Those jimps go all the way up. Feels super good in the hand. This is a user. This is a daily carry. This is a no problem. Take it out of your pocket. Choose a method. Open it. Make a cut. Give it a close. Put it away. It just, you don't have to think about it. You got your eyes shut. You've got whatever you've got. My middle finger is jammed in a hole, but I've got this. I can still open it. It just works. It's got a nice, that sound. It just sounds great. They have a PEI on the site now, says Laid Off Pete. They have a Black Blade one is $74 at Blade HQ. And that one in copper is sick too. Man, I tell you. But it's like, do I really want to get a knife that I've already got 3 of? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think you got to keep the cash value of what you trade and what you keep close. I can send you the OG rules in the Discord if you'd like. Any info you got, Paul, I appreciate it. Right, you got to keep the cash. That's what I've kind of understood it to be. You want to keep that amount as close as possible so that you're not trying to screw someone. The only thing I could say is if it wasn't close, I think is like if I took a $250 one out and I put a $300 one in there, no one will bitch about that, right? Right? We'll see. I don't have much to offer as far as trades other than cash, so that would be my question is can I just strap $300 to a $40 knife and then take a $340 knife or whatever. I'll trade leather work for knives, says Grizzle Bear. I'll trade laser / ano work for leather. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Okay, it is almost 9 o'clock here, kids. How many people are here? Let's take a look. Ooh, Dead Meat's live? You know I'm a horror fan. My crap is starting to run slow on me here. Live. MPG says 23 people. All right. I'm gonna buy 5 more memberships. Well, actually, I'm gonna use my 5 free memberships right now because why not? If you're still here, you're a winner. Potentially. Membership gifting. I have 5. Boom. Here we go. There's 5 more. Who do we got? Brian F. Luke. Addicted to Blades. Big Jim. And Cole Foster. TKE will be so happy. Congratulations. So are we got lurkers or are these folks here recently? Donut. Devo, Pony, and TI. Good or not? Donut. I had to get myself out of here. Devo, Pony. Dude. I love this thing. This thing feels so good in the hand. My index finger sits on that spot for a nice draw cut. Look where that tip is. Feels really nice. Sweet looking hollow grind. Swing shut pretty easy. Flicks out nice. You can use that thumb to flip it out. I don't really thumb out too much because I don't care to. But man, flick out. Grip it back here. You got that choke up spot. This is fast becoming one of my favorites, Donut. I'm going to customize this thing out, but man, it feels so good. And if you didn't see this before, all right, watch this. I'm barely even, whoosh. You see that? Look at that. Coiled. Dude, fresh out of the box, sliceier than, I mean, right? Tiny, thin little piece of paper barely can hold itself, but I mean, look at that. Curvy cuts. That's right out of the box, bro. That thing is about as sharp as they come. Ugh. And it just looks super cool. I'm going to do a custom work on it. The titanium, I'm going to anodize. I'm going to anodize the titanium hardware. Probably going to do like a 2-tone, do this and the screws and the pivot one color, and then do this another color, maybe sand it so that I got a different color of ano on the insides. It is a smaller size. I'm not usually into the smaller ones. I would say the Mini Towser K at this size right here is kind of the perfect knife for Kenman. And if you look at the Pony, it is definitely smaller. Solid inch, kind of shorter. But after holding it, carrying it, when you've got that choke up spot right there that just feels so comfortable, look at how much I got plenty of handle in the back. I don't feel like I'm falling off of it. My thumb sits on that spot really nice, and then my index sits in there really, really well. I am super happy with this knife. I'm so glad I got it. I can only recommend it. It's great. I've never won a membership. Apparently my YouTube account is set up wrong. Interesting. Do you have gifted memberships turned on? Have you set it up so you can do memberships? Luke, you're a sponsor. Let's go! So who did I get? Brian F., Luke, Addicted to Blades, Big Jim, and Cole Foster. So yeah, Luke, you are now part of it. Let's go. Check out those emojis if you want. You can go ahead and hit your emoji button and do one of these. Boom. Fresh emojis for you. How about that? Free for 1 month. And then if next month, if you want to continue, couple bucks, much appreciated. Congrats. So I try to do my best to try to get some memberships. They give me like 10 every month to give away for free. And I try to buy at least 10 or 15, 20 more every month. It's the least I can do. Kind of help out, help promote, help get people involved, having some fun, enjoying doing the channel. Pass around box coming up soon. If you guys want to get a t-shirt, you got to email me. It's going to be 25 bucks at the most. I'll be able to order more in the future, but if you want to get one on this first run coming up soon, you need to contact me. If you haven't given me your address for getting some stickers, you can send me that address soon and I'll get some stickers sent out. I got about 40 envelopes all ready to go. Got the stamps on them and they're about to pop. The weight on the Towser K copper is 6.6. What a beast. Let me... Mini Towser K is 4.6. I'm sorry, I know you can't see. 4.3 for the regular. So it's like 2 ounces heavier with that copper. Wow. That's crazy. You want to see the shirt again? Me. Black t-shirt. Extremely vivid imagery. KDK in the house. That's what it's looking like laid off, Pete. Like I said, max price shipped will be $25. Depending on how many I order, it might be a few dollars less than that. But a nice t-shirt. Grizzle Bear, I'll just buy a membership. Again, it's all, I wasn't even planning on, ultimately I ordered the stickers. And then when I ordered the stickers, I noticed that you could,
Grizzly Bear Leather Crafting became a member.
Thanks, bud. Welcome to the gas station, Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting. Excellent, I appreciate that. But yeah, so I ordered the stickers and I noticed that they had other things and I was like, ooh, t-shirt. So I just bought one t-shirt for myself just for the hell of it. Just to like, oh, get one. And then I wore it for the stream and literally had like 4 or 5 people were like, I want one. And then a couple of my buddies here saw it and they wanted one. Long story short, I've got 10 people that want a shirt. I'm gonna get another one for myself and I might get one for my mom or something because I think it'd be fun to watch her walking around with it. Yeah, so we're just doing it. What activates the toilet flush? Give me money. Lou. If you do like a $2 donation or something like that, that flushes the toilet. Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting. LOL. I've been a member before. LOL. Yeah, so long story short, I wasn't even really intending to order the shirts, but then a few people wanted one, and so here we are. And I noticed that there was no minimum order, and so I'm going to order like a dozen of them or show. And Lou is going to get the Tongue Bandit shirt. Well, the nice thing about that is I just have to get to it, Lou. But it's not that expensive. I just got to go in and get a good photo, edit it out, and then send it off, and then they can print one up. So we're going to do that too, Lou. It'll be fun. It will be fun. Right down the drain. That's exactly right. You give me money, and where does it go? You just flushing your money away. I thought it was funny, and it works. It works. Okay, God, it's 9:10. I was trying to finish up. I had a few other things I was trying to talk about. All my stuff. What did I miss? I don't even know. The pass around box, the T-shirt. I'm gonna set up the Discord for the members. Need some new knives. If anyone ever has anything to recommend, I'm definitely in the market for getting some new blades. But yeah, it's been fun. And like I said, this is email, your Outlook email to be on the shirt list. Sure, you can email me there, or you can message me on Instagram. Either way. Myself some notes, but yeah, get a hold of me. Go buy Mr. Eddie's Paragon Warlock. It's $400. I wish I was in the range for some $400 stuff. Fugazi. It's fairy dust. It doesn't exist. Yeah. But there it is. Pass around box happening soon. I'm going to make a video for it. I'm going to order some t-shirts. Email me if you want them. Email me and give me your address if you're looking for some stickers. Help me find some new knives. Check out my videos. Like and subscribe. Become a member if you want. And pay attention for the new stuff. I'm telling you, I'm going to be hitting this channel hard, bro. We're coming in the next gear. We're moving into 6th. We're about to hit it tough. We're going to go. We're going to have some fun. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you. Having a blast with the channel. Much more customization coming in the future. Let's go. Thank you all so much.